What's going on, everybody? It's Reek of Too Cool to Con, and you see what it is titled. It's titled Sugar Baby. And, a lovely introduction, even though she has her own platform and channel. Miss Watson, because that's how y'all were addressing her. Miss Watson, how are you doing tonight?
I'm amazing and I'm hungover.
Okay, so that'll make for some good conversation. And I would say KK Diamond, but, I guess we're not getting a good connection because I have not been able to get through with her. Hopefully, during the ongoing of the show, she's able to join. If not, I don't know what to say about that. But I see we got some people in here right now. Let's talk about this sugar baby. Let's me and you go into it, and then if she joins, we could add her to the call. But
All right,
sugar
let's get
baby,
into the nitty gritty.
I've been hearing that kind of a lot now. So I want you to give me your interpretation. We kind of heard a little bit through the chat when you was in the chat on that last particular call, but what's your interpretation of that?
All right, so my interpretation is just the basic one. It's a younger girl with an older man. Usually, the man is older, established. He has money. These are guys that usually pay for tuition, buy cars, apartments in exchange for the company of a young woman. So last week when we were talking about it, KK made the comment about I don't want to date an old ugly guy, and then that's when I corrected her and I said, well, they don't necessarily have to be old and they don't have to be ugly. So, there's a lot of misinterpretations I feel like about what exactly it is and like what exactly goes on with those kind of relationships.
Right. Now, I like that you said a person established with money. Now, you're talking about old money. You're not talking about new money. Am I correct?
No, no, no. It can be new money. You could be like an NBA player, rapper. It could be like that.
Okay.
But when I say old, I just mean like a man that, he's 40s, 50s, he's established, he's set up a career for himself, he has a life for himself like that. That's what I meant by old.
Okay. Yeah, because
Right.
I was gonna say, because the new money is a little bit different than the old money. That's all I was, you know, a lot of people that think they have money, they don't have the money to okay, let me get you set up in this condo, or let me get you, like you said, a nice new car off the showroom floor or something like that. That type of money
Right.
versus, I'm just doing things around the hood. Not that type of person that's having money. That's a little bit different.
Right. Right.
So we got a couple people. Choice has came in again. James has came in. Rated shot. He said, "What's going on, family?" Um, if anybody has anything to add to the actual conversation, matter of fact, I'm gonna throw up the hotline number, and you can call in since we don't have the other person on the line at this particular moment. And then, maybe if I'm missing something, you can add something to the conversation. So let me pull that up real quick. So let's just say this, maybe talk about the different things that you talk about on your particular channel that you're trying to aid and assist, you know, women in, like, so people get a feel for what you're doing and how you're contributing to society.
All right. So on my channel, originally, my channel, my blog is my Glow Up Chronicles, and so I really was talking about just my beauty regimen and a lot of the things that I do because I do a lot of like the procedures and stuff celebrities get that people don't really talk about. And so what happened was a lot of women were asking me how I pay for all that stuff. Like, how are you always in the spa every day, and how are you always getting all this stuff? And so I just started talking about just my grew into me discussing just dating strategies because I'm all into hypergamy. And so on my channel we talk about beauty stuff because obviously as you try to go up the ranks and date.
Cadillac J just fall back into the particular chat when he was talking about Coles and everything. We were just talking about that before you went on.
The 10% coupon. I want my coupon.
Let me see.
And
Hey,
I want my surf and turf. Whoever that was talking about some steak and some lobster. I want that too.
okay. Matter of fact, you were saying you was cool with going to the strip club as well because you said they got them ATMs up in there too.
Okay, right. Okay. So somebody made a comment about going to strip clubs on a first date. And I think that that's not necessarily a bad idea because obviously if you're in there with a man, he's in a money spending mood, so he's going to spend the money on you. So that's what she was kind of saying, like, well, I don't want to go in there and he gives the money to other women. And I said, no, he'll give it to you. So
Hmm.
that's just where my head was at. Y'all were talking about a different kind of dating. I was talking about the stuff that I do. That's where we kind of cross the wires, I think.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I guess the matter of fact, the person that was talking about that was Cadillac J Just that's in the comments right now that was talking about that would be a good first date is the strip club and
The strip club.
yeah. And
Yeah,
essentially
I mean,
KK was like, nah, I don't see it or whatever. But
right.
you flipped
You
it.
know.
So
Yeah, like I said, I like to be strategic. So yeah, if you got a guy in there who's wanting to spend some money, there you go.
right.
So win-win for me.
Okay, Cadillac said that's not why the strip club is the first date. Okay.
I
Okay.
know that's not why he meant it, but I'm talking about how I meant it.
Okay. All
Right. I
right.
understand what he's talking about.
All right. And here's the first call. This is James. Let me patch him in. Let me see.
Call from
James,
How you doing tonight, James?
man, dealing with this baby mama drama, man. I just had to block this. I just had to block this cat, man, on messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm red pill, man, black pill and all of that, man. She talking about she hypergamy, man. So I know me and this lady on this line won't get along for nothing in the world, B.
Well,
You know what
okay,
I'm saying?
wait. Why you say that right off bat like that? Let's. I mean,
Nah,
you
nah,
could, or you may not.
because I know what I know what hypergamy is, homie. Like, yo, like I'm in that headspace. Like, I know what hypergamy is. I know what hypergamy is. I know what all of that shit is. I know what black pill is, red pill, blue pill, hypergamy. I got books on that shit. I got
Okay,
books on that.
let her explain her point instead of you saying we're not
right.
gonna get along.
Yeah, true indeed, true indeed, true
Well,
indeed.
no, I just thought it was interesting how you're just saying we won't get along. You don't know that yet.
Nah, like off for the rip, yo, because so I know what a matriarch is and a patriarch is. You know what I mean? So,
Well, that's fair enough. Maybe we won't though. I'll still sleep tonight, so it's all right.
oh yeah,
Okay.
me too, yo. I'm a still go to work, man, and Bill show got to get paid. Off rip.
Right. So we're both good.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Why
So
wouldn't we be?
let's start from
Man?
there. Bills will still get paid. Let's start from that aspect. Well, if you both agree on bills getting paid, you still gotta work in some type of degree, don't you?
Right.
So I
Right.
mean,
That's a
that
fact.
means you
That's a
have to get
fact.
it whatever way.
Whether I'm sick or not, Bill still got to get paid. So that's why I got 3 accounts.
Right. All right. Well, that's good. I love a man that works. So that's good.
Yeah, I love a woman. I love a woman who know how to bring something to the table, yo, because the man built the table.
Now. Okay, now you said that, but you saying she doesn't have nothing to contribute at all? Is what you're saying, or you know?
What I'm saying is this. I'm gonna be firm with what I gotta say. Women got it easy. Women's got the microwave oven. Women's got the freaking the washer and the dryer. They got the car. They got the house. They got the government. They got child support on they. You know what I'm saying? With them, like women's got it all, and they still want more.
Okay,
Talking
now
about yo, the
okay, you
dude.
explain that point. Let Miss Watson explain her side from what you just said.
All
I
right, let's
mean,
go.
I'm not going to disagree with him. I mean, we do have it easy. I don't think we have it easier, but we have it easy. I
Nah,
mean,
you got it easy.
I'm gonna let him have because he obviously sounds like he might be a little upset. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with him.
Nah, see, here we go.
Wait,
Why do a black man have to be upset though? That's what
wait.
Oh, I didn't know he was
James,
black,
yeah,
so I didn't know him.
yeah, he's a brother out of New York. Um,
I didn't assume he was black or white.
you did assume. You said I'm
How?
upset.
No,
How do you know I'm upset? I'm passionate. I'm
wait.
passionate.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep a happy. Just James, just don't think like she's attacking. Just you got to go in it like she's not attacking you personally. It's just
Right. No. I'm just trying to figure out her mind frame. That's all.
well,
Okay,
that's
well, you
yeah,
gonna ask me a question?
right. Go ahead, explain your
No.
side of. She's gonna explain her side. What you
No,
said.
I wasn't asking you a question. I said, why did you say that?
All right. Well, you're not. You said you're not upset, so you're not upset. We can get off that.
Okay, so
Here you go.
oh
So
no,
you
no,
want me to break
wait,
that down?
James, let her explain her point about the. Okay, you were going into. You said women, you feel
But we have it easy,
yeah,
and we still want more.
okay,
And then I said I agree. So
all right,
I was just basically saying I was agreeing. He hasn't said anything I disagree with, so I don't really see the issue. I agree with him.
Okay. Do you agree 100%, or do you agree like 80%? Like
No,
what's
I agree
your-
with everything you're saying. We do have it easy because
Oh,
with
okay.
a woman can just be beautiful and coast by in life. Men actually have to try and work hard and sweat and blood. You know what I mean? So yeah, I
Right.
agree with you. Right.
So
That's
women
why I was
start
saying,
off
like,
in the
give me a second. We might actually agree. I was like, hold on.
Nah, hold on. Okay, so you saying that women's come in the game with 100 points, right? Now, now listen to this, right? Women's come in the game with 100 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
A man come in the game with 0 points, and he got to work his way up to get to that 100 points. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, okay.
no, see, James,
Right.
see, she's agreeing. Don't you?
That's what I was trying to say. I was like, give it a second. You don't know what I
So where do your hypergamy? Where do your hypergamy extends from? What do you mean by hypergamy?
marry and date down. They have children with these men that don't have jobs or don't have any money. They can't support them, and it just creates this cycle. Versus when they don't marry down. So that's what I'm an advocate of. That's all.
Okay.
Nothing
So
more.
what if the man came? Okay. So what if the man came in the game, having all of that you just mentioned, but he lost his job? What would you do in that matter, though?
I mean, people lose their jobs. It happens. That doesn't mean you're just gonna have to leave.
You're not talking about that. You do.
The kind of man that she's probably with is the kind of man that.
Like, would it be like a time frame for you, though?
The kind of man
would it be a
that
time
I would
frame?
be involved with would be a man.
Business in a sense. She's pulling her own weight. If you're really about it, you're gonna make it happen. She's gonna probably aid and assist you, in not a person. Well, oh baby, I'm gonna kick back and let you do everything. That's a little bit different story. It's like now you're changing up how you essentially met. You know, if you really were about it, and you got to be honest with yourself, like peeping these signs. You know, like okay, he really was working. He really had a nice job, and you know, I'm pulling my end up. Yeah, if he loses his job, I'm hopefully, you know, he got that drive, and you know, he really is serious about me. I'm gonna be with him, you know. Now I can see if someone.
Here's an example. So my mom, one of her friends, is a guy. He's a black guy. He was high up in academia. He lost his job. This man was able to live off of his savings. He'd probably be the type of man that I'd be with. You lose your job, we're not going to be living on the street. We're going to have money and savings. We're going to be fine. I don't need to leave. That's what I'm saying. I would choose a man that would have the foresight to be smart and plan and be prepared for things like that, not just some guy that's what I'm trying to say.
What is your role, though? What is your role as a woman, though? But like, are you submissive, though? What is your role?
What is my role as a woman in terms of if he loses his job or in general?
No, in general. Like, what is your role as a woman? Like,
in a relationship, you're saying?
Yeah, I would.
Man, I think you just saying shit that just sound good, man.
That
shit sounds good.
I mean,
it sounds good. Are you mixed with Cherokee? Are you mixed with Cherokee or something?
No, I'm not.
Are you mixed?
No, I'm not.
Are you 100% black woman?
No, I'm all black.
Okay. Oh, nah, yo, all of that honey stuff go out the window, though, man. Please don't call me honey.
But James, think about it like this. She's from a different region than you. She's not from up in New York. You know,
I'm from the South, so we say honey and sweetie. I apologize about
Nah. I got family members in the South, and they don't say no honey. I don't know, man.
Well, I apologize if that was offensive to you.
I never said it was offensive though. Never said that.
No, she's just trying to be
But
respectful. I mean,
I know.
you can't take everything as she's trying to get one over
Nah,
on me or
man, you got
something.
it. I got my boxing gloves up, fam.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to plug Cadillac J Justin. Hold on a second.
Uh,
Cadillac. Cadillac.
yo,
Are you from there?
Okay, Cadillac J Justin's on the call now.
Cadillac.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Hold on one second. Hey, hold
Okay.
I'm hungover. How are you?
on. Yo, all right. Back into it. What's up? I'm cool. Hey, James on fire. Hey, I understand what James is saying. You know what I'm saying? But James, let's hear her out. Let's hear what she got to say. You know. Right. But yeah, the only reason why I said the strip club is the best date. Now hey, how you doing? I want to tell you my side of it. I'm on the other side. I feel what you're saying too now. But
Okay.
the reason why I go to the strip club on the first date is because it shows me everything I need to see. As far as if I'm dealing with a female.
Oh.
So it ain't like I'm spending the money, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, we can go anywhere. Because you think about it. We can go anywhere. Coffee date, movie, dinner, whatever. Everybody's going to put up a front.
Okay.
You know. So if we go in the strip club, I'm going to see how you really are. You know what I'm saying? Because we can do everything in there. We're going to have fun. We're going to have some drinks. You know, we're going to grab some tits. You know what I'm saying? Do all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying, like, if you take a woman there on the first date, like, that's kind of like your way to test her a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing I'm testing her for is to see if we can be a team. I need to know if you're a team player. I'm not in it for like the, you know what I'm saying, the tricking. I need to know if we can work together. If we can't even be around each other in the strip club, because we can go to dinner, we can sit up together, then that let me know we can, really be together. I'm on like the team thing. But I understand what you're saying as far as, the sugar baby part too.
Right.
I feel that too.
Right.
Because
right.
I was, so I see what you're saying though. I like that too. But I just wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
No, and I get what you're saying too. I mean,
Let me plug in Dre.
Call from
Drake Chili.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, now hold on a second. Dre Chili done entered the call. What's going on, Dre?
What's up, man? This is a hot take tonight, man. This is gonna be interesting because I got a few questions and I got a few opinions. But yeah, I'm gonna kick back for a minute because this is a very good, interesting topic. There was a lady in the comment who made a actual statement, and I want to just respond to that real quick. I believe her name is Erna Atkins. She said, "Ms. Watson, thank you for mentioning the ability to choose a man with foresight and financial planning. We are ashamed for even caring about things like that. And while I agree that a woman should, have some type of input on what a dude's outlook and I think there's a lifestyle with me coming in. I think that the lifestyle is cool if a woman can get it, more power to her. But at the same time, I mean, it's more power to you, but it's a usury type of lifestyle because a lot of women, not you, Miss Watson, but a lot of women be quick to talk this independent shit, but you ain't really independent if your financial dependency is dependent upon what a person can do for you. That's what I like.
Right. I agree with that. Like, so many women, and I think that's like, I don't know. Maybe that's like some people don't like when I talk about stuff like that. I understand that a man does want a woman that's not you're gonna have to treat her like a child. But what a lot of women don't understand is they come across as like, oh, I don't need you. I can do it. I don't need your help. I got it. They don't understand the difference between just being an independent, self-sufficient woman and then coming across like that. Like, there's two different things. That's just my take on it.
Okay.
So they don't understand. And so whenever they're working with me and they're not understanding why they're not able to pull certain types of men, I try to break that mentality of like, stop being so like, I can do it all, I got it, I don't need a man, all that stuff, because it's working against them and they don't really understand that.
Okay.
So
Right. So would you say that most of the proceeds that you do receive from your sugar daddies, is it understandable or a good statement to say that you would take some of that money and then reinvest it back into you guys' relationship to show that it can be a mutual, even though it's a mutual understanding that this person is going to be providing financial assistance to you, but you don't have a problem reciprocating and spending money on that individual as well, or is that kind of go into the role of a sugar baby more or less?
Well, hold on.
Might not be
I
knowledgeable.
feel like you're kind of I feel like you're kind of mixing two things, because like there's like the sugar baby type thing, and honestly, and that's I was going to talk about that later. I'm not a huge fan of pushing that lifestyle. I feel that if a woman decides to be a sugar baby, she should only do it as a way for it to be a stepping stone to something else that's more long term. So like if she wants to just do it or date another man and be a kept woman or marry well or whatever, but I'm not a huge fan of that. So you need to necessarily like reinvest it into the relationship, because it's not a conventional relationship. But if it was, I would say, yeah, you can and reinvest it into the relationship. So hopefully that made sense. So I'm hungover.
Might I add something to that question?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a time limit on that sugar baby though, because
Right.
when she get older, she hit the wall. She hit the wall.
Who's that, James?
Yeah, I think that's James.
Yeah, of course it's me. Of course
Lord,
it's me,
yes,
bro.
there's a wall.
How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? She's old and she's looking to sell her wild oats because she know that she don't got it no more how she had it in her 20s, how she had it when she was 25.
You're saying a woman in general.
You know
You're saying, James, you're saying a woman in general is what you're saying.
I'm saying in most cases, yes. In most cases, when a woman hit a certain plateau, her stock value decreases. Because you got these young tweets, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds getting fresh out of college and smashing these old broads. You know what I'm saying? A man's stock value increases. A woman's stock value.
Sexual market value, is that what you're talking about?
Facts. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're saying, even though it's just coming off a little rough. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I am rough around the edges.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. So the thing about it is, not to cut you off, James, I feel you, but the thing about it is, the older that the woman gets, the more she don't listen. See, like if you get a younger chick, she don't listen
her ways.
Right.
Yeah,
So
like,
I tell them how not to be so much like that, so they can feel good.
Yeah.
Because shit, that's like you the match made for America if you could do that and see swimming there.
It's honestly not hard. It's honestly not hard. You don't know how old I am, and I sure as hell don't look my age. So, I mean, honestly, it's possible. That's what I'm saying. That's why I talk about a lot of stuff that I talk about, because women just they aren't aware of a lot of the stuff, and they aren't aware of like a lot of the stuff that you guys think, because they don't want to hear it because everybody's so combative, but. That's why I try to come in and I try to break it down. Sometimes I feel like if it comes from a woman, then maybe they'll listen to it.
Right.
I have to disagree.
Because I'm smooth around my edges, so, you have to disagree.
All right, so I want a sugar baby right now, right?
What do you say?
I want a sugar baby right now.
You want a sugar baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I ain't paying for nothing.
It cancels the other one out. So what you really saying, Galak?
Hey, I'm gonna get my sugar baby. Matter of fact, right now I get my sugar baby to pay for stuff for me. So
I'm sure it's not a sugar baby though. That's just a young girl.
Okay.
That's not the same thing. That's just you dating a young girl. That's what. Right.
That's what I need to know. Okay.
Well, hold on. Let's unpack that a little bit because. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you kind of made it sound like a older woman as opposed to a young girl can't be willing to reciprocate if this man.
No, they can't. No. When you get past a certain age, you shouldn't still be trying to be a sugar baby. After a certain point, you should just either be trying to be a kept girlfriend or a wife, not a sugar baby. You should be trying to have a substantial long-term relationship, because I'm all about long-term and strategy. I'm not about just quick moving
Right,
around.
quick.
Try to teach them.
Oh, I didn't make that.
That was James that said that.
Yeah, I made that. I made that
Definitely.
statement.
Right, so I teach them, quit trying to run around and play and just do whatever, have a plan, have a strategy. Like, do that, 18, 25, okay, now it's time to get serious and move on. Quit trying to do it like that. That's what I talk
So
about.
what would the age range be that you would think that transitional period should be for a woman from transitioning to being a sugar baby into being, what is it called?
I mean, realistically, you should be like 18 to 25. And then after that, you should be trying to just marry well or just
27.
well. Yeah, like after that, you need to just be on a whole other strategy. You should not be trying to be a baby anything.
But do you think
you should just try to get a ring on your finger at that point? Just get
But do you think like the notion of women's being told by their mothers, I could do it by myself, go to college, get a degree, don't worry about no man right now, get this stuff. Do you think that's being lackluster for the woman to find that man when she's like 18, 19, or 20, or 25?
Well, I mean,
she's not focused on her career.
I mean, that's how I grew up. That's how my mom grew up. She said, get a good job, be a good person, get an education, be independent, so you don't have to depend on somebody. But that's the difference. You can still do all those things but still want a good mate. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to be extreme.
But do you think that was a handicap for you to find that good mate? Because now you're 30 plus years old and trying to get your young years back.
No. Well, see, no, I'm actually not trying to get my young years back. You don't know my
right. You can't say it like that.
You don't know if I'm married. You don't know if I'm single. You don't know if I have kids.
You're not. Are you married? Let's just get it. You're not married.
Oh my gosh.
So you lost points for that though. So now you like negative.
No, James, you acting like you know her. You can't come off like that.
I'm bad to you, man. Let me stay on my stock mode, man. Come on.
No, but it's like you're trying to be. Think about it like this. What if she came off and she's like, "Yeah, you're a bum," or so? That'd be wrong. She just it's got to be neutral.
It's all good. It's all good. She already said it.
I'm going to let him have his moment. He wants to be on here and he wants to beat his chest and beat his cup. I'll let him
now she calling. No, Miss Watson, I got an additional question though, Miss Watson. Now, everything that you had just said, in regards to your mom saying that you need to, now, were those some of the principles that you applied in your life, or did you say, well, I'm going to take a different approach? Because I'm seeing that this whole single, independent woman is not really working for a lot of women once they,
exactly get to age
30.
Yes, exactly
okay, very smart. Very smart.
I looked around and I saw everybody's divorced and overweight and miserable and unhappy and single, and I said, okay, I don't want that. I'm gonna do something else.
Okay.
And then
let me ask something. So, me personally, I ain't rich, but if I was rich, well, I'm rich at heart, but like I ain't got the bread like that, but I'm trying to get it though, but I wouldn't do, and I'm talking right now, like the least thing I like is an independent woman. I can't stand when a woman's talking about independent. Oh, I'm independent. I got this. I got that.
Right. Right, and I try to tell women that, and they get mad at me. I'm like, stop trying to flash your degrees in these men's faces. They don't care about all that. Like, yeah, obviously you don't want a dummy, but you don't need her to have a PhD either. So it's like, calm down.
Damn, this is refreshing, Reed. I gotta give her props, man. I don't really, give her props, and I ain't trying to gas you up, but this is refreshing because I'm gonna tell you something. In my opinion, this whole I'm independent and I don't need no man, that shit bred a lot of aggressive ass women, and motherfuckers. Like me, I'm just walking past you. I ain't even fucking with you. If you that aggressive, baby, I ain't. I'm cool. Hey, how you doing? Then I'm.
That's right, and that's what I'm trying to explain to a lot of women. It's just like it's breeding, like you said, it's breeding like a lot of aggression and anger and men are trash and I hate men, and all. It doesn't have to be like that. So I'm trying to get my hands on them, like just calm down. It doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, though, I play on that too, though. I'll play on that too. Oh, you independent? Oh, what you got? You got a house? Let me get the keys to it. You got a
right, and that's what they do, and that is what y'all do. Like, oh, you independent? Okay, we'll pay half. You got it.
I need half of that.
Right. Right.
Wow, but see, nah. See, the reason why I ain't never did no shit like that, I can only personally speak for myself, is because the number one threat to any woman is for a guy who got his own shit. Because when you living at they shit, or if you in a subservient position, I'm talking about financially, or if you using her card, this, that, and third, she'll try to use that kind of shit against you. You know what I mean? So when you got your own shit, the minute she gets to talking shit, too, I'm gone. You know exactly. I'm gone.
The thing about it though, you got to be on the even playing field. It's like, okay, you got your own house. I got
Right,
my own
so you got to
house.
boss up.
I got my own house.
Yeah.
But I'm going to still use your shit though, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
I mean, that's yeah, I'm cool on mine. Nah, because I don't want her to be all, you know, because they'll throw that shit up in your face. And your name will start getting tracked. Oh, girl, you know, he did this, you know.
It don't matter because I could drop your shit off and go back to my house. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I'm using it the same way the other way around though. For real. Can't like take us. It's me.
now let me say this. Someone came in the chat and said, AB said, poor men are leeches. Now that can go both ways. Women can be leeches and men too. It just depends on the situation of the particular man or woman you meet and what signs they're exhibiting at being that particular way.
I have to disagree with that, Rick. I have to disagree with that because men nowadays are being more like, all we really want is a nice, stable home where a woman cooks. Women's not cooking like they used to no more. They're doing more takeout food ever than before. Women are more masculine than ever before. Right. Women are wearing weaves more than ever than before. You remember back in the day when women used to wear their natural hair, wear like skirts below their knees. I'm not saying that they need to dress like the 60s or whatever though, but they damn sure not cooking. Women out here.
What's funny is I have a video on my video on my YouTube channel where I'm trying to tell women to stop wearing jeans on dates. And when I posted about that on Twitter, I think Twitter had a fucking meltdown. Like people are writing think pieces. Oh my God, what do you do? You don't wear jeans, and I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to put y'all on game. So I'm trying to tell you, there are some of us out there that are on that wave. So I'm trying to get more women to be on that wave because what they don't realize is they would actually be happier like that.
It seems like you come from the old school where it's like you know, you coming up from a position to where women used to have to actually kind of court a man. You know, it wasn't just about because she got a pretty face or a nice ass or some titties that a motherfucker just gonna be interested in you. The woman has to actually put in the effort. You know, I know we live in an instant gratification trick society now, but
no. I mean, first of all, I don't agree that a woman should court a man. I feel like a woman should always be courted, but I do get what you're trying to say. So
you know what I'm saying, yeah. In a sense of like, I'm talking about how you would dress to like a date, you know, like you.
Right,
you know.
right. So like, I'm a big proponent. Put effort in, look nice, look feminine, look soft. Don't wear jeans. Don't wear tennis shoes. Like, look like a girl. So yeah. Mm-hmm. And then what they don't understand is if you look like that, you'll trigger a man to treat you better because you put in all this effort to look nice and, present yourself well. So that's the stuff that I talk about.
Damn, that's what's up. I gotta check your channel out just to hear what you're saying. You shit out, James, I'm listening to you, bro, but she talking with some sense, man. I ain't let you stand at the point your head.
Nah, you know, me personally, I gotta come in the game straight shooting, but then like you got some valid points. So that is my theory and my logic. I'm coming in the game like a haymaker, so straight off.
That's because you heard her say it's a hypergamy, and that triggered you. Because you were coming at it, you were thinking that in a certain kind of way.
Hold on though. Let me explain myself because that's going to trigger a red pill type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm red pill, I'm toxic, and I also deal with black pill. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no in between. Either it's red pill or black pill. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so James. So I'm with the red pill, right? I understand. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what you're talking about. But the only thing is, I use it the other way around. Like the same way
the other way around?
The same way they treat us, I treat them.
Right.
So instead of me getting
angry, but you gotta elaborate though. Like, what do you mean? Like,
he said instead of getting angry, because you were getting up. That's the whole thing.
No,
you were losing your cool.
We in these times. Hold on now. Okay, let's touch that right there. You said I'm angry. It's not about being angry. It's about being passionate. See, these son, okay, boom. Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm about to give you a prime example. Everybody trying to put Dane Dash in this bubble, talking about he's toxic, he's this. Now they're bashing him about child support. If Dane Dash wasn't toxic the way he was and passionate the way he was, Rockefeller Records never would have became a multi-billion-dollar company. If he was sensitive,
I need to buy you a drink.
Talking point. Matter of fact, I don't even drink, yo. But anyway, like I was saying before I was cut off.
Come on, James. Don't be like that. You would cut her off every day. Come on, man.
You sure y'all didn't have a prior interaction before?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, man,
You can't take it that personal, man. Dang.
We ain't black. Damn, nigga, this ain't no movie. That's before we get on the platform. But nah, man. But like I was, damn, I lost my thought. But like I was saying,
Dame,
if Dame Dash was a story boy or sensitive or whatever, Rockefeller Records never would have been a multi-million-dollar company. So I'm done with that. Let's go.
Okay.
Shit, that's why Jay-Z quit fucking with him, because he knew. You know what I'm saying? Then that's over there fucking up. He talking too much. He doing too much.
Nah. I saw what Dame, man. Y'all go. A lot of people go with trends, man. Everybody knows Jay-Z's a snake ass motherfucker. It's just that everybody dick ride him because he got money. Snake ass nigga. Exactly. But yeah, they love the nigga because he got money. But that nigga's a snake ass nigga. You know, anytime it's like he just said. He got pissed recently because Cap seen the little trick bag that they was trying to put him in with the NFL. He was gonna be blackface for the. You see, I got him the job, this thing and the third. But then Cap doubled back, and then he said, "No, I see what your ass is doing." So he goes after the bag. So all of that whole, they don't like Dame Dash because he's a confident black man, independent, financially independent black man who's not dependent upon them for a fucking check. So that's the biggest threat.
Now look at
we get off subject, but.
Look at what Dame Dash did. Jay-Z got him a sugar baby. Molded her to what he wanted her to be. Dame Dash kept messing around with these other chicks, bunch of baby mamas, not thinking business, just talking too much. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think. That's how I look at it. I look at it like a Jay-Z.
I mean, but we don't know the relationship to the extent of Jay-Z and because it just recently came out. I want to say a couple months back that they got a prenup as well to where she got all kind of restrictions on him that if he get caught up with certain amount of chicks, it's like $5 million for each chick and all kinds of shit like that. So I mean, we don't. Everybody has made arrangements and deals. You know,
he's a smart man.
Let me backtrack on that though.
No, she has a prenup written like that, not him.
Hey, that's even better. Now, let me ask Ms. Watson. Ms. Watson, if you was to get married, would you get a prenup?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
I'm saying, if he had more money than you, would you be agreeable to him?
Yes.
If you had more money than him, would you?
Yes. I believe that whoever has the most stuff should want to protect it. I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she gained points on that one.
That's what
you don't find that in the black community. You don't find that shit, yo.
Right. He's fucking them.
Obviously, there will be things in the prenup that benefit me, but I'm okay with having one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a way to look at it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, especially if I'm coming into the relationship with not as much as he's got. Like, I'm not going to come in there and start, oh, this is mine, I want this. Like, obviously, I'm going to be fair about it.
What part of Texas you from? Like the hood or like the suburban?
Do I sound like I'm from the hood?
You sound like one of them Orchard Park girls right outside of Dallas.
I don't know Texas like that. That right there, even that part alone sound like suburban. Where they do that at? Like, he can have his own shit back. I don't need his shit. Like,
I didn't say it like that. I'm just saying I wouldn't come into the marriage with these like demands or like, oh, we're getting married, everything's mine. I'm not gonna play like that.
Okay. Let me give you like a prime example, right? I went to Family Dollar like the other day, right? And I walked by this lady and she was like waiting in line she had like a smoothing voice. It was like so odd to me, and I like had to tell her about her voice. Like your voice is like so smoothing, cause you like 99.8% is loud, it's ratchet, is this and that. Like, but your talking point where you was like, yo, he can have his own shit back or whatever, and I can have my shit. That's just like fresh of breath air, and that's like very rare in the hood because it's toxic in the hood. You got to be a wolf in the hood.
Right. Right. No, we talk about that too. A lot of women, you know, they say sometimes when they grow up in certain areas, it triggers you. You have to be like that. They don't necessarily want to be that way, but it just, you have to for survival. So, you know, it's unfortunate. But I understand.
The breeding of masculine women, you know, shit. That's what the hood do, really.
Right, right. And that's essentially what, you know, that's just the reality of it. And then, you know, y'all get mad and, oh, she's so masculine.
But I think as men, we gotta stop fucking with them types though, because they do this shit because a lot of men unfortunately allow them to come off that way and be real aggressive. Because if we stop fucking with them and say, you know what, well, we're not gonna deal with them, period. And so you're gonna argue by yourself, you can kick and punch and scratch at the wall by yourself, and we're not gonna pay it no attention. Then it would naturally force a lot of women to start changing.
Well, let me let you in on a little secret, because it's not necessarily y'all not fucking with them, but if you treat a woman better and you protect women to where they don't have to be in the hood, being in survival mode, they will naturally be softer. So
that depends on where you at. If you got money,
yeah, I was about to say, like, man, because you're not a fan. I mean, because you know, as the old saying goes, sometimes you can take a person out of the environment, but you know, you can. It's like you can't take some hood rat to no 5-star fucking restaurant. You just can't, because
why you can't?
You know, I would say that you can't because once again, the perception, not that you got to care about the perception, this, that, or third. It's that they have to be broken down to understand, okay, like, look, you know, lower your tone of voice. Just because the waiter might not bring you something out on time. It's, you know, all the ratchet shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we're not going to sit up and act like you don't see it before. Yeah.
No,
you know, you see it.
I do understand, because when I do my consults, a lot of it is me, like, having to break the bad habits. Like, I have to break it down and then, like, reprogram it. Like, okay, stop doing it like that. Now we got to do it like this. And that gets difficult, especially, like, when that's the way you live your entire life, and then you have me come in and be like, all right, let's do it all different. And, you know, that's difficult. So
let me bring it back to the talking point, though. Let me bring it back to the talking point. Because she was like, when I was talking about that a man has to be financially stable and this and that and the third, and then she also said that a man will have his own separate account. You know what I'm saying? If he loses his job, he'll have money already saved up, and he'll be financially stable, and I won't leave him. Okay, that's like a man going to a board meeting and whatever, and there be high power CEOs there. Like, when you bring a ratchet chick in that type of environment, you know what I'm saying? Where you have to dress well, you have to know the sport, you have to know the salad for it, you have to know the salad fork, you have to know the spoon from these different entrees, you have to know the wine, you have to know the different wine glasses, you have to hold it the glass a certain way. It's like these chicks really know this type of what it's called?
Dining etiquette.
Right.
Etiquette dining, yeah.
But here's what you have to understand, though. Nobody's born knowing that stuff. We're all taught. They can be taught just the same.
Right.
But we
a little bit.
Right, that's what I do. So if you come in and you say, okay, I'm trying to be in this kind of environment, I need help, then I can come in and I can help you. All right, this is what you need to do. Talk like this, walk like this, dress like that, hold your glass like this. I can do that. We do this all the time.
Damn, that's what she told me. I had one tell me that. I didn't even know. I'm from the hood. I walked in. She was telling me, no, grab the fork with your right hand. Grab the knife with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, yeah, you got to get the one willing to listen. Some of them ain't going to listen, though. And some of them,
exactly.
You got to tell a hood chick, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
But see what y'all
I see what you're saying, but I don't even, you know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you have to understand about a quote-unquote hood chick is when you have a person and they're in survival mode, they're not thinking about stuff like that because they don't need that stuff to survive. They're just trying to get through the day. So that's a whole other layer that I don't think a lot of people consider. They're not concerned with that. They're not concerned with how much the wine glass. They don't care. They're trying to feed their baby. So, you know.
And it's a catch-22 with that because, I mean, I'm of the belief that I'm not saying that you got to abandon, like, you know, certain people, but once you continue to evolve and stuff like that, I think that, you know, it comes a time out where you kind of got to move past, like, the little chicks that, hey, it's easy to just go over there and you want and leave, and, you know, you shouldn't be fucking with them, period. You know, you should want to evolve, you know.
Right. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people do say that. They say that whole, like, oh, when you know, you get better and you rise up through life, you know, you should still be able to hang out with the people that you were with in the beginning. And I used to believe that too, but when I talked about this on my Twitter, unfortunately, sometimes those people won't allow you to still be friends with you because they'll sabotage you, they're jealous of you, they're draining and stuff like that. So sometimes it's not you that doesn't want to be friends with those people, it's those people won't allow you to still fuck with them because of them, not you.
Right.
So you got a beautiful girl and she's in the hood. Think about it. If you got some girl, she's in the hood, and all of a sudden now she's dressing better, she's getting better opportunities, she's getting better guys. You think her old friends are going to put up with that? You think they're not going to try to sabotage that?
Oh, no, the jealousy. The jealousy.
She's going to talk shit about her.
She's got to go make friends on that new level.
She
can't be friends with them. Right. So that's just the nature of life.
Yeah. I break it down like this, yo, because Steve Harvey said it best, man. He said, what if you're going up a mountain, right? Again, like you got 5 people that's in the barrels with a chain that's going up the mountain. You got somebody that need to jump out, fix the wheel, carry the rope, grab the tools, or do you want that person who just stands stuck inside the barrel, not even doing nothing, waiting for everybody else to do the work? They're the people that you have to carry on. It's the people that actually putting in the work in because hard work is useless. You can have all the faith in the world. Right. Are you just going to piggyback off of my success? Hell, no, knock it off my back.
Right. So, yeah. Oh, my God, we're agreeing again. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. This is a miracle. It must be a full winter right now.
No, Ms. Watson, seriously, it's rare to really have conversations with women to talk with. It's a rare thing. I mean, me personally, all of that females wanting to show up and act an ass, I'll just leave, sweetie. I'm cool with all of that.
Right. So that's why I'm always talking about that. Like, you know, stop being
Great
so loud.
Great Chili. Let me switch the gear real quick because I got to get back to it. But I want to ask Ms. Watson one more thing, and I'm going to let y'all have it.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Ms. Watson, now,
yes.
What if you got a boyfriend and you got a sugar daddy too?
Okay.
Now, do you see anything wrong with you taking the money from your sugar daddy and giving it to your boyfriend?
I mean, women do it.
Do you see anything wrong with it?
I don't judge situations I'm not in.
Okay.
I mean, that's you know, I don't really like to talk in hypotheticals. I mean, do I see something wrong with it? It depends on the dynamic of the relationship. Does it happen? Yes. So I mean, it depends.
I'm saying, like, if your boyfriend was to have a business plan and you and him working together, but you get the money out the sugar daddy to build the foundation with your boyfriend.
It's my belief, though, that I feel that deep down, a man that's letting another man, you're getting your money from some other dude and giving it to this other guy. I feel like he really wouldn't respect that woman that would even be in a situation like that. Like, that's just how I feel.
I respect it.
Because I feel like on some level, if you actually like this woman and love this woman, there'd be like a level of resentment. Just like, oh, you're going over here laying up with this dude to get this money so you can bring it over here so I can build my business. Like, because I feel like sometimes men feel like they're manipulated and just feel incompetent. So I'm just saying in the long term, I feel like in the long term, he might be resentful of her at some point, if that's how they're feeling.
Go ahead, Ray. I was going to say kind of like Jack. And that's an interesting perspective that she just said because there's a lot of guys that sit up here in front and a lie and be like, oh, I don't care what she doing, when she bring the money back to me. Deep down, they be feeling some type of way knowing that they brought us going to go lay up with the next dude, man. So, like, I think a lot of it has to do because a lot of people, you know, as I heard Ken would say, yeah, everybody, and ladies Ain't no ladies around her. That's why I think they got this ideology.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Your chick laid up with the next motherfucker. You checking that phone every 15 minutes. When she coming back? You know. So, that's some people. I just.
You know that shit boils down to sex, man. That shit boils down to sex.
All I'm saying is
Like,
long term, and I don't feel that she would be able to respect a man that she had to do that with. Like, if I got to go get my money from some old dude to bring it to you, I would not be able to respect you as a man.
Why?
Because you should be able to do it on your. I shouldn't have to go lay up with some guy to help you build a business or whatever. You should be able to do that. It shouldn't have to be.
I'm saying, but if you can do it, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not mad about it, I don't see no problem with it.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking of long term.
See, what he's trying to say is
that's building foundation. Like, hey.
And once you get the money and you build your business and you're self-sufficient, you are going to look back and you are going to feel away, and that's what I'm trying to say. And
I'm going to look back and I'm going to feel away.
You.
The way I'm going to feel loyalty. She was loyal to me, so I'm going to take care of her, whatever.
But she's not going to respect you as a man. I'm telling you.
It won't matter then.
No.
Yes, it will. Okay, so you don't want your woman to respect you, you're lying.
No, and I'm not lying. If she don't respect me, then that's cool too. It don't matter. I'm straight now. I got my bread.
Exactly. Okay, right. Yeah. So now you're good and everybody's great. Then they'll really.
Now the roles change.
That's what I'm talking about. Like that's not what I'm about. I'm not about like, well, I got what I needed, bye bitch. I'm not about that kind of stuff.
That ain't what I said, but I feel you though.
Okay.
He's saying like, as far as like being a pimp, pimps don't care about sex.
Okay, we're talking about pimping.
Wait. We're getting off track. We're getting off track. Let's bring it back in.
Actual relationship where people actually like each other and want to be in a relationship, not this shit that sounds cute.
Like
I'm saying like you mixing it all together, like that's the sugar baby, right? Like
I'm talking about long term, sustainable, realistic stuff, not this whatever stuff. You know what I mean? I'm about the real stuff.
Yeah, because really the topic is sugar baby, because not a lot of people know about sugar baby, so that's what the topic was.
No, I mean, because I want to see more successful, happy black couples. I'm tired of seeing black women marrying down. I'm tired of seeing all these single moms. All this stuff. So I'm not about.
What about black men marrying down? Black men do marry down. Like it'll be the fly dude with a fat chick. She be out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Fat ass girl.
Right, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that.
The dude be mad fly. Like he got his waist.
Wait, James. Wait.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You said a man marrying down and the woman's fat. How does he know he married down just because she's fat? You don't know what he's about.
I'm talking about.
That's true.
I'm talking about sloppy fat though. Like you see a lot of black men in the black community married down. Like you never seen.
But that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You don't know his status in life. Like you're just saying because you look at that one.
I know his battles in life because I got my same battles in life. Like he don't like what he see in the mirror. So
but you don't know
love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else?
You don't know what she's
He's feeling like this is all that he could get.
Wait, James, hold on a second. Say what you gonna say, Cadillac.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't know what she's providing for him to make him want to be with her. You know.
Right. That's what I'm
trying to world.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm trying to get at.
But what's the world to him though? Could be the world different for somebody else though. So what is his world?
Well, what we're trying to say is just because you see somebody with a fat, sloppy woman, you don't know their situation.
I'm talking about the ones that beat him up. He get beat up. He get thrown out the house like every other week.
But wait, James, you talking about a unique situation though.
He a fly dude.
That sound like a dude who just settling.
He sounds like a beta male.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
He sounds like a beta male.
I ain't concerned about that because you concerned about these women dating down. But you have a lot of black men dating down. So it's good for the goose, good for the
black
gander.
men that date down are typically
you don't give a fuck about him, though.
Wait, James. You don't have to be like that.
They're weak.
Now it's a half a moon out now.
If a man dates down, he's weak because a man that can get what he wants is going to go get that.
I disagree with you. Okay, so
we
the
can
woman
disagree.
dating down is not weak though, right?
Yeah, it is actually. It is weak.
Hold on. What you say?
A woman dating down is a weak position because unfortunately we're the only ones that can give birth. So if you date down and then you give birth, you're already at a disadvantage with your position. So yeah, they're both moves are weak. Both.
Hold on though. Is she weak because of the man or is she weak within herself? Which one is it?
Both.
Oh.
Wow. You want some other crap, yo. Like,
All right. Well, we knew that when we started the video, so.
no, I know. I knew off of the rip.
It is weak.
That
If a woman.
Wait, James, hold on. Let her speak her point.
Look, if
Okay,
you
no
have
doubt,
a
no
woman,
doubt, no doubt.
okay, I don't know I'm making the point because he's already made his mind up, but for
Right.
everybody else that's listening, when you have a woman and she chooses beneath her, she's just taking on more baggage. Then she marries this man. Then she procreates with this man. She's putting herself and her children at a disadvantage. That is a weak move. Weak.
James, you taking it personal. You saying red pill.
No, I'm not taking it. Yeah, okay, I am taking it personal because somebody got to stick up for these guys, man.
Wait,
These women don't. Hold on, let me say this real quick. I'm just gonna say this one thing. Black women don't take accountability. They don't take accountability for their actions.
Wait, James. It takes two to tango. You can't just be like, oh, this woman did this. No, it takes two.
We adults.
Right.
No, it don't. We adults. No, it don't.
Wait. Go ahead, Cadillac. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Hey, James, you can't take it personal, bro. Like, I feel you.
Nah, I'm not taking it personal.
Yeah, you are.
I'm putting my feelings to the side, like I told her. She's talking about, the black women, she at a disadvantage because of her kids and all it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, she said if she had kids by this person.
To get into that position. She knew to make
I never said that. I was actually agreeing with you. I said, yes, you should take accountability.
I know. You agree with me 75%. You agree with me 75%.
You are so wound up. You can't even hear what I'm
James, pause. Let her speak her point. You like, no, this is what she mean. Let her speak her point.
I'm agreeing with you.
But on what certain level? Like 75% agreement or agreement? Like, what? I love numbers though. Numbers. No, yo, people lie. Numbers don't lie, man. So what's
all right, JV?
80%, 90%. Like, how much do you agree?
I agree enough to agree.
All right. Hey, James, let me say this real quick, James. Remember in the movie Godfather and shit, Don Vito was telling Michael, he was like, as men, we can't afford to make mistakes. Mostly women and children can be careless. And I think that, man, although I see what you're saying, man, it kind of really does come back to us because if I'm a man of means and I got standards, I'm not even fucking with them to begin with.
Right.
Let alone, I can see if I was in a relationship and, you know, my woman picked up a little bit of weight as we progressed and stuff like that. But as her man, I'm supposed to check that. Hey, baby, what you need? You need like a personal trainer? What you want to do? Most importantly, I need your health to be on point. So it is, the fucking relationships are maintenance, man. I think that's really what everybody forget, man. Because she's going to start off looking A1, and you right, but that shit is work. You know, that's what I would say, though. And I don't want you, because I don't want motherfuckers on the replay be like, damn, it seems like Trevor just agree with Ms. Watson. But, man, I'm telling you, she's making good points. But I think
my whole blog is literally talking about beauty because a lot of women just are not keeping up with themselves, and that's part. As much as people like to get mad about it, that is a part of a relationship. You need to look good for your partner. You need to look good for yourself. You need to look good for the situation. It is what it is. And a lot of these women that want to date certain types of men, the ones that know, they understand it is work. Whether you're in a job in an office or you're in the gym, it's a job. It's work.
Right. I'm glad you said like the same amount of time that she put out her job should be the same amount of time that she put into a relationship.
Right.
So,
you know, she's putting in work at the home. She's making sure the home is warm and a nice place for you, soft place for you to land when you get off work so you can relax. She looks pleasant. She's nice. All that is work.
But she don't get stripes for that. That's what she's supposed to do. Now, every once in a while, we can show our appreciation, but just like how most men got to get up and go to work every day and provide, like how we don't get stripes for that, she don't get stripes for that. That's just
as far as wrapped up anyway. Hair, nails, You know what I'm saying? Clothes. Like you.
Oh no, of course. Yeah, you gotta do that. You know, you gotta do that. That's why I was saying, like, shit, as men, I mean, you supposed to do that. I mean, you can't. I would say, like, you're supposed to do it and you should do it, but it should be reciprocated at times as well if the woman is in a position. Now, if you got a stay-at-home woman and she really doesn't, that's just her job to stay at home and stuff like that. That's what, let me clarify that from this watch. That's what I mean when I say, that's what I mean when I say, like, well, she don't get stripes for that, because if she's not bringing anything else to the table besides, you know, duties at the house and things of that nature. But now if you have a career, you know, type of woman and she's goal-oriented as well, you know, it is nothing wrong with showing appreciation and giving her props and shit like that. But it really should be a cohesive planning on both ends of the couple. Is that some of the things that you talk about? Like, you know, with a career woman and she's dating a career man as well?
Right. I talk about all that stuff. I have videos about that.
But if he's taking off the man's shoes and rubbing his feet, though, and giving him back massages and all of that, nobody ain't saying that of that, though.
Oh, my goodness.
If he's taking off, hold on. Everybody has actions in the cup. Hold on. Maggie, there's one little fucking part out. There's one little thing. If she's taking off his boots, when he coming home from a construction job or whatever, and he got a raggedy ass Red Wing boots on, you know, the ones that bent in the sole. If he taking them shits off and rubbing his feet.
All right. So,
do you teach the women that, the rubber man feet?
If I don't have to go sit in an office all day for 8 hours, I will rub your feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But she don't got to do that.
Oh, hey, come on, man. Why do you want to kill my moment? Can I have my moment in my head? And you just stepped all over it, bro. Like, you could have stayed out.
What did you ask?
I apologize.
Nah, man. He crushed my whole dream right here. Like, you hit it a good topic. You said if you was at work and you said you were on rubber man feet, and then here he go, oh, she don't got to do that all the time. Like, fuck, you know.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I don't have to go to work and I can go get my nails done and go be in the spa and be in the gym all day, you won't even have to ask me to do that. I'll be like, here, baby, I'm sure you had a rough day. Here, sit down, you rub your feet, and we can talk about your day or whatever. I mean, you know, it's easy to be like that when you're in a relationship that'll allow you to just naturally be soft and nurturing like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Most women, they got to get up at 5 o'clock and get a bunch of kids ready for school, go to work, come home. She's not trying to rub your feet. She's trying to rub her own feet. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. That makes sense.
Can I say this real quick? Have you ever seen State Property 2?
Yeah.
You remember the scene when Billy Seeger was in a courtroom, right? Then the lawyer was like taking off her like her jacket and her hair down, and then like he had to snap back into reality and shit. Like, yo, I'm fighting for my life. This is how I feel. And like you hitting all these great talking points, and I gotta just stay focused.
Man, you gotta get that bread up, man. Get the bread up. That's what she talking about.
I'm getting my bread up, man. But hold on, though. Like I was saying, I gotta stay focused, bro. I gotta stay focused on that bread, because he's talking about, I love your feet. I got this day off and all of that. Like, I gotta.
She didn't say a day off. She said, and she didn't have to be bothered with a job site.
Like, she talking this shit just to talk this shit. She ain't living.
That's what
you know. You don't know me,
right? James, you act like you know her or something. Damn.
You know I gotta throw the bucket.
All right, hey, it sounds like James took her. Sounds like James had signed up for some of your classes. He want your blog. He want his damn money back.
I'm just telling you straight up. If I'm with a man and he's taking care of me, and I can go and get my hair done and be in the gym and go have lunch with my friends and shop, I'm gonna rub out his whole everything when he gets off work. I'm gonna rub everything. We're good. It's good.
But it costs to do that nowadays. It costs to do that.
That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know why you think I'm here trying to play up because we're on YouTube. Because honestly, I'm about that life. So,
right.
Really. That's for what? Like, if you're taking care of me, of course I'm gonna take care of you. Like, of course. What?
I need everything you saying right.
With the last thing all of them. So I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. I got a question now, because it was kind of, you didn't really clarify your answer. Now, do you think, say for instance, if you are a sugar baby, right, but you got a regular boyfriend, Do you think it could be possible for a man to give a fuck about a woman who's a sugar baby? If she come back to him, even if she is bringing back money from, and she smelling like the next man's balls and shit, and she hop up in the bed and she laying next to you, but she just got done laying up with this man. Do you think if you was a sugar baby in that position, do you think that this man is serious about you, or could he take you serious, or what's your opinion on that? Because you spoke on it. Yeah, her boyfriend. The sugar daddy is just whatever he does. He doing whatever he got to do.
I don't know, because it seems like it's usually like super young girls that do that stuff. So I mean, who's really trying to really do that serious anyway at that age? Everybody's just kind of doing whatever. I'm just saying.
So you don't think that a guy could be serious about that woman, basically?
No, I'm just saying typically it's like two 22-year-olds. It's like he's really not thinking laying next to her like, oh, this is going to be my wife. I mean, they're 22 for the most part. So no, I don't.
She's 23, and I look at her like that.
Well,
you bringing all that?
Most of the time, women that are subscribe to that lifestyle, they're typically not. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, they're really just kind of like not just laid up with some like regular dude giving him that money. I mean, depending on what kind of woman she is, but the ones that I work with are usually not those types. If they have a sugar daddy, they're just with the sugar daddy. They're not laid up with
the sugar baby is the bottom, like the lady or whatever in that realm. Like she's the,
nah.
It's not the bottom.
What is
it's
a
not
sugar
the
baby though? What is a sugar baby? Like
a sugar baby typically is just a younger girl. She's like 18, 19, 20, and she's with an older guy, and the older guy is just financially helping her out in exchange to be with a young hot girl. Because most typically 20-year-olds aren't trying to date a 50-year-old man. So it's like that. But no, it's not necessarily at the bottom. But now that was like the premise of the video originally.
So that's the patient caretaker chick, who dating the old man. Then that's the patient caretaker.
I guess so. No, but
this is the thing. All right, so like the sugar baby don't really like the old guy.
Okay, so hold on. No, hold on. Sometimes they do, but okay, this is what I was trying to get at. This like new wave of all these girls trying to sell these dreams and trying to push these girls. Oh, get a sugar, da 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 da. But they're more so kind of pushing them more to like the sex work realm and not quite the sugar baby realm. Like, so stuff is starting to get blurred up, and that was like the reason why we were essentially making the video. So I talk about that because I'm seeing what's happening, and it's to their own detriment because they're not doing it right.
So there's a difference.
Yeah, because
there's a difference, right? So a lot of these girls now...
Wait, James, let her explain why it's the difference.
Okay, so here's an example, because this is what I was trying to talk about before. So, like, for example, these girls now, they'll get on Tinder, they're messaging these old guys, I need help with my rent, I need car payment, I'll come do this for $500. That's not sugaring, that's sex work. But a lot of these girls aren't understanding the difference because they're being, all these Twitter gurus and YouTube, all these girls are telling them, like, oh, get an older man, get money out of him. That's not sugaring, that's sex work. Sugaring is when you just organically you're dating this man. Like, it's like an actual relationship. Sex may or may not be involved, but he's taking care of you. It's a totally different dynamic. But a lot of these girls try to stay in that for too long, and that, y'all were talking about the wall and all that. So I come in and I'm like, all right, just have a strategy, though. Your strategy should not be to be a sugar baby forever. You should be wanting to move on past that. Use the sugaring as a stepping stone to get you to something better. Don't just stay there. That's what I was talking about.
Okay. So
you shouldn't necessarily have like a boyfriend. So let me go ahead.
Let her explain her point.
I'm going to bring it all the way back now. So to bring it back, you shouldn't have a sugar daddy and be laid up with no boyfriend. What you should do is get the sugar daddy, get him to upgrade your situation in your life, and then if you want to have your boyfriend, you go do that because now you done upgraded with the sugar daddy. It shouldn't be like you got the sugar daddy and you're laid up with your regular boyfriend. No.
You ain't got shit. Yeah.
Right. Pay for your school, get him to buy you a house. Then if you want to have your boyfriend, go get your boyfriend like that. It doesn't have to be you're laid up with some old-ass man. That's what I was trying to say.
Hold on, So it's like the block, right? So I'm on the block. I want a block hustling, right? I'm in a trap house. So I'm supposed to save up my money and turn my money into real estate then. Like, at some point, you got to go legit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Perfect analogy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, do you offer with some of your blogs and some of your classes? Do you, talk about the difference between that? Because, as you know, in the sex workers' life, a lot of women, unfortunately, don't save enough money and make the transition and put their money towards something more legitimate. Okay.
I'm about to start talking about it just because I've been seeing a lot.
That's a serious topic.
Because a lot of these girls are getting in trouble for solicitation and all this stuff, and I don't think this is cute or funny at all. People are just
right.
making money, selling these girls these dreams and these lives. But I mean, they could get somebody hurt. I mean, this is not, you're over here trying to hustle these men out of money and play games and lie to them and stuff. But like, I didn't agree with some of this stuff that's being pushed because they're pushing them into stuff they're not ready for.
Very serious topic. I look forward to hearing you expound upon that because I think that a lot of young girls, like you said, don't understand it. It's a catch-22 with that type of lifestyle. Now, what are your thoughts, real quick? What are your thoughts? I got one more question, real quick. What are your thoughts on like the women who kind of participate in that lifestyle, but they do it from a safer position, such as just selling pictures, videos, that they're not actually interacting with these men? Do you think the same process, okay, try to get you, with the money that you do receive, it should be transitioning into your next business venture?
Right. Yeah, if you want to be an escort, if you want to have an OnlyFans, if you want to sell feed pictures, do all that. But don't just do that and just you're making money and spending money. Like, have a plan, have an exit strategy, because you're not going to be cute and young forever. So just figure it out. Because a lot of these girls are just not thinking like that. They're not thinking long term. So, I'm really trying to get in their ear and tell them, like, if you want to do it, but just don't think that you're going to just stop here. Like, this should not be the goal. To be a sugar baby should not be your goal. Your goal should be to be self-sufficient. And
yeah, because I've never seen no 40, 45-year-old sugar baby or no woman. No, even no woman is, yeah. Right, I never seen no lady that's kind of up there. I've really at 30, the average 50-year-old man, 55, even if she's a fairly good-looking 30-year-old, he kind of starts scratching his head like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? How come you don't never have no money? How come you always begging?
Right, so like they get mad, but it's just like if you're a certain age and I'm a sugar baby, he's looking at you like, ma'am.
Ma'am. You said it right, ma'am.
Right, so that's all I'm trying to say. So at that point, you just need to be trying to get a ring on your finger. Don't try to be nobody's baby, nothing.
Shit. Good luck to the dude who's married.
So do you think why we got these sugar babies are because of like mothers not keeping it real with like the fathers, like not telling the daughter, like, yo, like hear the father story for a change. The reason why I wasn't there for you because your mom was a straggler, loud mouth, heifer, weed wearing, spending the money on nonsense.
God,
like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Sometimes the daddy got to drink a bottle before he get off of work, just to go in the house before he start nagging.
Right.
Let's keep it real, man.
Right.
Let's talk some grown man business right now.
I mean, to me, that's picking out a particular situation. I mean, that's so many undealt with things between both parties. A lot of that deals with ignoring certain situations.
Get that off his chest, so,
right.
Yeah. Oh no. Actually, this is going on in the black community where these young girls and young boys need to hear their father's side of the story.
I tried to say that
because they was lied to for so many. They was right, like
that's how they do it.
No, that breeds a lot of sugar babies of not having a male role model in the household, and they was growing up with their mom.
You got a point, yeah.
Big mama with the one leg.
Well, let's look at it. Let's ask it from that point.
Leg, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, Miss Watson, what do you think breeds it? That should be a easier question. What do you think breeds that particular woman to go that particular route?
To be a sugar baby?
Yeah.
I don't really assign that to the whole like, oh, she's got daddy issues. I'm not gonna really go that far with it, to be honest.
No, I don't think so.
I would just say economics. Just she's got something she needs and she wants, and he's got something she wants. There you go.
Okay.
Everybody wins.
That's surface
Basic business.
That's not ground
Basic business.
That's surface.
But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, she's a sugar baby. Her dad left her mom. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Does that happen? Yes, it does. But I'm not gonna say that that's like the child.
But would you say that you would agree though that it does have some type of psychological effects because usually the economic situation might be okay.
See that she needs to get the money. She see that she, you know what I'm saying? No, she know how to use what she know how to use. She needs something. She know an older guy gonna give it to her. That, I don't think that got nothing to do with the background of that.
It doesn't. Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Now, a comment came in. Music and basketball said hustling the game, basically.
You said what?
He said hustling the game, basically. Essentially, what you said. You know, he got something that she wants, and she got, and vice versa. Basically, it's a trade-off.
Right. I mean,
my whole thing is, money has to be the root of all evil. If she got this old ass dude, like,
okay, but I
wrinkled up, laying on top of her.
Wait, James, let her finish her point.
They have to be old. They don't necessarily.
No, he's old, man.
No, wait, let her finish her point.
They don't have to be old. Like, everybody thinks sugar daddy, they think some old, decrepit ass, nasty old man laid up on some cereal. It's not always like that.
Yep, that's what I thought.
The man that has resources. He could be 22, he could be 52. He just has to have the resources and want to give it to a woman.
Right.
That's all. I didn't say anything about his age necessarily. He just has to be
Hold up.
Nigga, I'm finna be a sugar daddy now, nigga. And I ain't
none of these. Hey, yo, we went from
Kind of like passing out tickets.
we went from B2K. These young niggas are like NBA young boys. These young niggas ain't giving up nothing no more. All they want to do is stick something in you and haul out.
No, wait a minute. I know a lot of young dudes that got money and give it to women. So you can't say that.
Well, I mean,
I'm sticking up for the young boys. I'm on that
young boys are spending the money, honey. If they got it and they got something they like, they're going to spend it. So
right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They going to spend it on the chain. They're going to spend it on the chain. They're going to spend it on their
James, hold on a second. James, let her speak.
That's just immature. It's a whole lot of young guys out here spending money on women.
Right.
No,
they got to spend their
young niggas. Y'all
I'm talking about the young
niggas.
ones. I'm talking about the young ones. If they got it to spend, they're going to spend it.
Oh,
Some of them are just going to be whatever, like,
What about these cougar women spending their money on these young boys out here? These little milk moms, whatever you want to call them. They spending that bag on these young niggas, and all these young niggas doing is giving them that thing, and that's it, that D, and that's it. And they bouncing at your house. They not cuddling with your stinking ass. They not watching Love and Hip Hop with your stinking ass. They squirting in
James, calm down. You don't have to take it there, man. I mean, I know you think it's funny, but come on, man. We're trying to hit some real points.
I'm keeping it dead serious. I'm dead serious. You
talking to a lady. You gotta tell her. You talking to a lady.
Hey, yo, she's want to use this undertone, clean, like she's clean cut.
James.
You know she's rough around the edges.
Come on, man.
He all right.
Hold on, James. I'm gonna have to put you out. I mean, I don't want to put you out, but you making the conversation go in ways it shouldn't. That we ain't not trying to go in that type of position.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Okay, no doubt. I got you, Rick. I got you.
Now, Lo, what's up?
Back, man.
Say that again.
I gotta give her my side chick.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dre Kelly, I gotta give her my side chick. I'm gonna give me a sugar baby this week, though. Hey, Miss Watson.
Hey, more power to you. More power to you. I'm just always a believer that, unfortunately, don't put it all in one place, as the saying goes.
Well, maybe you can go forth and prosper.
Right. Matter of fact, Cadillac, she said she still wanted her 10% discount from Kohl's when you said that.
I sure do.
I will take you too. You know I will.
Thank you.
Hell no.
Hey, I took my girls to get a 10%. I'm talking about we bought some bath cloths. What was it? Cloths for the bathroom. Man, I bought me some jeans and everything. You know what I'm saying? I do that for real. See, I'm from the hood though, so it's different. Like when they talking like, you know, you gotta spend the money, you gotta do all this, do that. Like what she was saying, like on the dinner date. You know what I'm talking about? Like with the like Ruth Chris. Like we going to Ruth Chris, or we going to Red Lobster. Our Red Lobster to death. We going to Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get two swimmers, and we gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about how you treat the woman. You know what I'm saying? She don't respect that, but I understand what she's saying though. I feel what she's saying though. But I'm saying I do that on my side. I make her pay.
There you go. There you go.
But I'm gonna call y'all back though.
All right. Cadillac J. Just.
Well, let's put it all in one place, bro. I like fucking. And she's gonna get a croissant and some coffee, and that's how it is. Yeah, I don't want to, man. I'm such an overachiever.
I mean, not for. I would say not for no first date, but Fleming's and the Roof Chris on the first date. But then again, I ain't gonna take you, to go, like he was saying shit, man. James was like, God damn, man, y'all had history or something before you getting a croissant and coffee. Oh my God.
Now let's expand on the part that you talked about in the last I want to say when you were talking to KK Diamond. Well, I don't think you were talking to her about the
I'm talking to everybody.
Well, I'm talking about when Dre was talking about he took a helicopter ride. Now, what do you think about that for a date?
I think that was nice, but he said it. He said it was a girl he really, really liked, and that's the thing. Like, if a man really likes you, he's gonna invest in you, and that's what I try to tell these girls. Like, stop just taking whatever, because if they like you, they will try it.
And the reason why I did that because I knew it was like some different shit. Like I knew that a lot of dudes.
Right. You knew you couldn't just come at her any kind of way.
Right. Exactly.
Right. See. That's what I'm saying. So, like, as a woman, if you present yourself a certain way, a man will come at you a certain way.
Right, but kudos to you, though, because she presented herself in a lot of ways in which you are talking about how women should be presenting themselves. So I knew that one basically, little average run-of-the-mill hood rat that you could take to Applebee's, drink this beer, and we gonna go to this cheap-ass hotel, So, no, it wasn't no shit like that, so.
Right. So I try to tell women, like, all right, if you want a helicopter date, let me show you how to get a helicopter date. This is how we do that. So, yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Now I see Lo has come in. Lo, I mean, if you're still there, if you hear me, post your number. I don't got your number saved in my log, so you got to post your number again if you want to actually get added to the call or call the hotline. Matter of fact, let me post the hotline again if people don't got it. Matter of fact, I know we're kind of running over a little bit. Can you still be on a little bit longer, Miss Watson, or because we're
let me get a glass of wine.
Okay.
This wine wear off. I want to see if she's still going to kick this fly shit. My bad.
Honey, I'm fly all day, every day. This is just me all the time.
You gotta be sure to leave your social media as well as your YouTube channel. I'm interested in checking out your YouTube channel to see, what you own, man. Because the shit you talking is very important for a lot of these little dumbass, willy-nilly bras out here. They're thinking that they gonna come across a Denzel, but they got the mouth of a goddamn 15-year-old that need to be smacked the fuck up. Not condoning violence.
I know. I was like, whoa. I understand.
No, but that shit I find that shit so unattractive. Like, I don't even pay them no attention. But, because you could damn near borderline hear it from the attitude and just how they, all of that shit. They get I'll be like, oh no. I fall back real quick.
On my part is, like, I be going to different platforms, which I will not mention the names on this platform, but, like, you can hear it in their vocabulary or their vernacular. Nene from back in the day. That was Nene.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Moving with the head nod and the fingers and the eye popping and all of that craziness.
They think that shit be cute. That kind of stuff be cute. where they could talk crazy to men, because unfortunately there's a lot of dudes that have put up with that because the body be on point, and they just thinking with that little head instead of the big head. But
every day.
Oh my gosh.
No, I agree with you.
That is like back in the day where your mom used to take you on to McDonald's, and that was like a thing, like a vacation. Now it's like it's an everyday thing now. Like it don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on a second, y'all. Y'all keep conversation. I'm gonna see if I can finally get KK Diamond to come in on the call. Hold on. Y'all can keep talking while I'm searching this out.
That's it, KK.
Yeah. So, like, what other type of? I heard you mentioned that you had like some tutorial videos or something like that. What else? What else do you talk about on like YouTube channel and everything?
Honestly, I really just I post a lot like about my beauty treatments and stuff like that, and then just dating stuff.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, just, like you said, they make it sound all glamorous and stuff, but no. That's not the way to do it.
Hey, we're still pushing this. To me, it's been a good topic anyway. So it's been all over the place, and it's been kind of. I think people got enlightening in certain different areas. So, what other directions do you guys want to take it? What particular things do you want to cover that you think haven't been covered?
If Miss Watson wouldn't mind kind of giving us like a little bit, I don't know, Rick, if you covered it, but just kind of like a little bit of background information about herself. Nothing personal. Kind of like similar to what I had asked KK Diamond, like, what region of the country are you from? What kind of upbringing do you have, and so forth.
So I'm in Texas. I'm Southern Belle. What do you mean in terms of my upbringing? Like my parents, like my family?
Yeah. Like what kind of family structure or background did you come from? Was it a good? Was it bad? Did you, like how'd you do in school? What kind of,
Okay, so my parents got divorced when I was 3, but my dad was I'm very close with him. He passed away last year, but up until then we were very close. But like I said earlier, I'm just used to seeing Black women be unfulfilled, unhappy, single, kids, all that stuff. And so just being in that environment made me want to go like the opposite way. So that's the catalyst of how I became like this. So I didn't want that life. I wanted a better life.
So you basically use that as you didn't use it as a crutch to continue and repeat the same cycle. You used it to say, okay, well, I'm gonna try a different approach, more or less.
Right. Like everybody around me is having babies and this and that, and I was just like, I don't want to do it like that. Just being observant of my environment and just what was around me. So just
right.
I didn't want.
So what kind of men in Texas like have you dated, or what kind of men do you usually attract in like the state of Texas, and like what's the dating scene down there for you? Or I don't know if you're in a relationship or
for me, it's good because I know what I'm doing. But I just typically I just go for very serious men. They have to be a gentleman, professional guys. I don't really care if he got a 6-pack and all that stuff. I'm more concerned with how he treats me and how he is in the world. Like all that stuff. I care about that way more than the outer stuff. I can be pretty for both of us, so I'm really not too concerned with that. But
Got you. So with your platform and like some of the tutorials.
Hold on a second. I'm about to add in.
Coaching.
Keep going. I'm gonna add in another call. Keep going.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna ask, like, can we be looking forward to like like an online website, coaching sessions, kind of like a blog platform?
I do like one-on-one coaching sessions. So I do consults. I can curate dating profiles. So a lot of these women are just attracting like just trashy men, so I can curate profiles where they can.
Hello? Okay, I'm about to put you in. Hold on.
Etiquette stuff and all that stuff. I talk about that stuff a lot, stuff like that.
Okay, and where has most of your writing been blogged at? Like, what platform do you use?
Oh, he's gonna post a link to my blog for y'all.
Oh, okay, cool.
Y'all can see my stuff, and I talk a lot of shit on Twitter.
Now let me say, Lo has came in on the call. What's going on, Lo?
What's up, Lo?
Oh man, you hear me?
You got to come a little closer to the phone.
What's going on? Hold on.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What's up with y'all, dog?
What do you want to add to the conversation?
I mean, I don't even know, man. I just got back in the house, though. I was thinking, what's going on with you, with KK and Miss Watson and all y'all, man. Shout out to Lisa Smith, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's what it do, though.
Okay, Miss Watson.
I'm at the long end of the stick right now, so I'm trying to add in on something, though, man. Let's keep it popping.
Okay. All right, Lo. The only person that's on, I know the thumbnail said KK, but KK was unable to join this particular podcast, so you got Miss Watson. She's, on this particular podcast, and we just been kind of covering different things, I guess, dealing with relationships and how men see it and how women see it.
Oh, that's all good. What's up, Miss Watson? I ain't scared of nobody, no woman.
Okay, well, that's fine.
What's up, baby?
Hi.
Now let me say this, Miss Watson. Now I know. Do you think this is a factor? You deal with men from different regions of the country, and they act different. Do you think that's true, or you think they generally all act the same?
Different, definitely different.
Okay.
Yeah, because you deal with different nationalities.
Right. So like,
you know what I'm talking about?
Southern men, right? Like Southern men are different, Northern men are different nationalities are different. Everything's different. But I mean,
you gotta know how they mind and brain work, though, right?
Right. So at the core, man.
Yeah, I see you laughing.
Wait, let her speak a little bit, Lo. Let her go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Watson.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go.
Basically there's differences. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you speak your piece, baby. I ain't trying to come up here, cause women see me be like, this nigga aggressive. I'm really not no aggressive dude, dog. I'm laid back, cool, calm. You know what I'm saying? And try to be humble, dog. But don't fuck with me, dog. You know what I'm talking about?
Got it. Gotcha.
Now, did you have anything else you was gonna add, Dre? You still there, Dre?
True.
Yeah, I'm still here. My bad. I'm still here. I had walked away for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening. I'm tuning in to you guys, yo. This is interesting. This is a different perspective, man. So hopefully people.
I've got some girls on my Twitter. Somebody just tweeted me and she said those men are discouraging. Thank you for being a light.
Ooh.
That's what they tweeted to me.
Discouraging.
What Kiki? What? I don't mean to cut nobody off, though. Go ahead, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all talk, though.
Lo, go ahead. I was just about to say just.
No, I was asking where Kiki. I was asking where Kiki at.
You mean KK Diamond?
Like a couple of days after mine, dog.
Yeah, she's not on here tonight.
I'm a Gemini. Yeah, she's G2.
I'm saying she's not on here tonight. She was unable to join the podcast.
Oh, straight up?
Right.
Oh, that's crazy, dog. But it's all good, dog. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. I'm gonna let Miss Watson speak. Go on, do your thing, baby.
Thank you.
No, I think.
Time I ever met
you. Let's just say it like this, because once you hear the replay, a lot of women that have tuned in, they'll probably think, the way Brother James that was on earlier, he kind of felt some kind of way. So, that's probably.
Oh man, the roast session again.
Say that again.
I don't want. I'm at. It's a roast session.
No, it wasn't a roast.
Doing like that.
No, it wasn't a roast. It's just, look at it like this, Lo. Like, say if you got preconception, so you're going into it like essentially looking for a fight versus just hearing the person out. So that's probably why the women that have tuned in probably figure, oh, the guy's toxic. Not every person that was on that was coming off like James. James felt a certain way about certain things. I mean, we have people like that in life. That done been through things that feel certain ways.
But you know what I do to the boys, man? I put the boys somewhere they don't want to be though. But James is cool. That's the James that be on here, right?
Yeah, James that be on here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it down because he one of the ones though. But at the same time, man, you can't keep coming in that shit. Like you told me, Rick, though, you know what I'm saying, man? You gotta stay sharp about this shit, man.
True.
So it's all love, though. You know what I'm saying? I respect your channel. He gonna respect that shit too, though. I ain't got no bad vibes about nobody on this channel, though, male or female. What you do is what you do, though.
Right.
I mean, that's all I'm saying, dog.
All right. Okay.
Well, go ahead, Miss Watson. Let me hear your voice, dog. I'm going to hear you talk, dog.
Okay. Now, let me say this.
Ask me a question.
Okay. Now, you said you were going to be relocating because you kind of kicked it last night, and essentially you haven't really got your significant rest. I mean, where will your next move be?
What do you mean, like when I leave Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm moving back to Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, back to Florida.
Sounds good.
Partying a little bit too hard last night, but it's fine. Now since now they're going for another round, I decided to have a glass of wine, so it's fine.
Okay. Now, Lo, I know you always come with a lot of questions, what if this happened or this type of situation? Kind of put together some type of situation, like how you always do with women and men and things like that.
Big bro, I can tell you before you come out your mouth. This is it, man. One of my girls, they fuck with Caribbeans.
Oh, okay.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fuck with Caribbeans. Yeah, she know the language. And then at the same time, though, man, y'all making me forget my thoughts, though. Like, for real, though, man, because I know what it's about now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on. Now I'm getting some text messages. So somebody just texted me, and she said, this live, they aren't disappointing. This was not talking about you, though, because you just got here. But she said, they aren't disappointing. This was honestly expected to me. The language, the unnecessary aggression, not surprised at all. Sad.
Oh, damn. I want to know. That wasn't me, Dad.
Right.
That wasn't me, baby.
Right. Well, yeah, they're speaking from listening to it previously, not to where we are at right now. So,
right. But see, that's the problem. That's the problem, and I feel like that's like why a lot of us butt heads is because people go into
I'm a roaster
with like the defense versus just being open to hearing each other, and that's how we're gonna make progress. It's just listen to each other. You have men saying one thing and we're saying something else. Nobody's listening, so
Right.
But one thing KK said though, like it was her very first one when she went on here. I don't know if that's a homegirl.
No, it's not. It's not.
You know what I'm saying? Or y'all, you know what I'm saying, know each other. I mean, I really don't know. But one thing she did say though, everybody can't talk at one time.
Right. She's right.
That's true.
So I just feel that most people just need to try to just be open-minded and not come in with like their own projections and just emotionally charged,
Right.
So we can actually get
Very true.
We don't have to agree, but we don't need to run over each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool though that you have like a lot of women that deal with you kind of listening in, so it adds a different listening perspective as well.
Right. I know. I wish they
Who is this? This is James?
No, that's Dre Chili.
Oh, what's up, Dre Chili?
What's
You
up,
be speaking nice too.
How you doing?
Oh man, it's all love. I ain't got nothing against James or nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, keep joining this channel, man. We ain't trying to put nobody down, but them clowns, man. Hey, we gonna turn their smile down. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make that shit a frown, dog, bro.
Okay.
We gonna keep it alive.
Let me see. Let me see.
It's all good.
Let's go into a topic. I mean, you done got your other glass, your other refreshment. So I know. I mean, we kind of had the people tuning in. They'll hear the beginning, and then hopefully we can dive into something that's more tantalizing for their mind, so they don't think it's just typical. Let me think.
I got a question to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Hey, Miss Watson.
Yes.
What do you think about a man that gets his own money, but a woman that really want to be independent?
What do I think about a man that gets his own money, but being with a woman?
Yeah, but he can help you out, dog.
I'm with that. But I don't understand what you're asking. Do I like it?
So you're
like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like on the, you know what I'm saying? On the other shit, dog. But at the same time, dog, you can curve that nigga and ghost that nigga, dog.
But wait,
See what I'm saying?
let me see if this is where you're coming from, Lo. You're saying she's rejecting your advances because essentially,
No. Go ahead, bro.
No.
I'm gonna break it down for you.
No, go ahead, break it down. I'm trying to make sure we getting the same.
Are you saying like a woman that doesn't need a man?
Yeah, that shit. She can curve and ghost your ass at the same time, though, because she the shit, though. You know what I'm saying? She can get any nigga.
You're asking me what do I think about those kind of women?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with it.
I mean, I know you're gonna be with it, but you know what I'm saying. I know you ain't gonna bag them down. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shit, man. You know how people used to say, bros over house. Remember that shit? Right. Now you see this shit today. It's like women doing a lot of shit, dog. They playing football and everything. Put your helmet on.
Right. That's what we were talking about earlier. Is I'm a huge proponent of women not being like that for the long term. Like at some point, you need to just go sit down and settle down. Don't be like that forever. Don't think that's going to be like a sustainable way to behave.
Right. And then niggas don't know though, man. Sometimes you gotta embrace certain type of shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta embrace that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause man, it's a whole different world out here, dog. Like nigga, you got HIV, dog. Nigga, don't forget that shit, dog.
Right. So at some point, you just go sit down.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. Cause man, niggas be man. What that nigga, what they say, man, on the rap albums and all that, man? Like, man, niggas try to stick it from a paper. Nah. You feel me?
Lo, let me see something real quick. Let me put you back in because someone hold on a second. You still there, Dre Chili?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. You could go ahead and elaborate. I had to The
Oh no, I
connection
was
wasn't
just
working real
saying, yeah,
good
I
with
really
it.
look forward to seeing, what the future holds for you because I haven't really came across any women coaches in the YouTube sector. So, and looking forward to seeing and reading your opinions and views on Twitter, as well as checking out your YouTube channel as it relates to the relationship sector. Because
thank you.
to my knowledge, I haven't seen any woman that kind of. It sounds like you give men a fair shake as long as the guy's kind of bringing something to the table besides his dust. If he's a dusty dude, then null and void. But it sounds like he's coming to the table with something reasonable. You seem like you down to earth with it. So I'm really looking forward to checking out what you got planned.
Right, like I try to be down to earth with it, because you got these girls being like, oh, if he's not spending $200 on a date, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, that sounds all good, but over here in reality,
let's be realistic.
That's not the way you measure a man's value. Like, okay, he could have just given you that $200 if we're keeping it $100. So it's just like, all this stuff that these girls are being taught. I don't like it. So that's why I'm being more vocal, because that's not how this works.
Right. So do you think it's a fair assessment to say that a lot of women nowadays are being...
They are, but I also feel like, on one hand, it's just kind of a way to level the playing field, because, unfortunately, women, we're nurturers and we're lovers, and we love men sometimes that we shouldn't, and we get hurt by them and used by them and stuff like that. So now you've got this whole new era of these women that, men are trash, men ain't shit, all that. So now you've got that. So now you've got all this kind of like these behaviors that are trying to offset that. Like, well, men are trash, so let's just get money out of them. Or let's just do this, let's do that. So I'm trying to get women to just get more in the middle. Like, okay, yeah, some men are trash, but there's also some good ones. So like, just to not live on extremes, because it's just like all this like fuck them and get money and all that. Yeah, that's cool for a minute, but that's not sustainable. You're not gonna be out here 45 out here running the streets. So I just try to bring everybody back down to reality. Like, just get you a good man, go sit down. That's it. And just, if you don't want a man, cool. You can do that too, but just don't think that you're just going to be running around forever, because it doesn't work like that.
Hey, get you a good guy. Just because he's a good guy, that don't mean take advantage of him.
Right. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and tell women to, like, play these dudes. And because honestly, the way I teach them is just, if you get the right one, he's going to want to do stuff for you. Just, you don't have to play him. You don't got to manipulate him. He's going to want to do it. So just, because a lot of what's happening, too, is you got these young girls that, like, they're so just getting brainwashed with some of this stuff, to where when they do turn 30 and want to settle down, they won't have the skills. They won't know how to date. They won't know how to talk to a man, because they've been out here doing all this stuff. So that's why I'm trying to tell them, like, just don't do it like that.
A lot of self-centered. Yeah, a lot of self-centered and... Oh, go ahead, Lo, my bad.
Hello?
Oh, this is James came back in on the call. I'm sorry. I didn't see it.
Let me say this real quick, yo. I think people getting this false narrative from me, right? So let me just say this. The same way I am on this channel is the same way I am in real life, yo. I know people think I'm toxic and like putting this narrative, right? I'm just passionate about what I like to talk about, the picture I like to paint, because I was in that blue pill state of mind at one point. So I was with a woman for 18 years. So I understand the dynamics of a family, paying mortgage, paying for a house payment, doing all of these things, wonderful things that America taught us that we're supposed to do. And men, when they find a good woman, will go overboard and beyond for a woman. We will try to give her every single thing that she asks for. And plus, we just have that thing within us, like, this is our woman, and we're going to just take care of her, no matter what. But there's come a point in a man's life where he has to leave the home for whatever reason, or he got to find himself for whatever reason like that. Don't get it messed up, yo. I don't hate women. I'm not a woman basher. I'm just passionate of what of who I am. I'm confident of who I am. Not this dog type of dude. I go to work. I work 2 jobs, and I handle my business. Don't get it messed up. Just like what Lo said. If you come across me, though, I gotta handle what I gotta handle. You know what I'm saying? That's just That is with any man if you cause some type of boundary. So don't get it messed up, yo. I would love to be with a black woman. That's who I love to be with. Always will, always have will. And I don't care what other people like to date, but I love my black woman. That's first and foremost. So,
Aw, aren't you
yeah,
sweet?
yeah, no doubt. I try to be.
Aw, I like this version of James. They like
Yeah,
this.
that's a good way to bounce back. He cleaned that up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Coach James. James came, he came back here to clean. He said, wait, let's set the record straight. I don't want women thinking that I hate them and stuff like that, which is good, man. And there's a lot of that energy, man, that's being put out here. And I think that I kind of wanted to really come on and express my position because I want, just how you want a lot of the younger women to kind of like, hear what you have to say. Hopefully it's some younger guys that can hear me. And I wanted to come on and say, like, look, you guys don't have to settle for that shit. You don't have to buy a woman's love because, unfortunately, it's a lot of little young brothers that they might have not had the looks or they might have not had the money coming up and stuff like that. So they did work hard and they finally got their game plan and their life heading in a good direction. And the fact that they didn't have confidence at an early age to deal with women and date with women, they come in leading with their wallet instead of just, their conversation, their mind, and their charisma. So unfortunately, a lot of those guys adopt this, they call it a trick, for basically this woman's love and affection. And I want, a lot of the young guys to hear me out when I say this. They're like, look, you can start off like that, but don't take it serious because that's how you're gonna finish. If you start off with your wallet and your dick in your hand, at the end of the day, that's just how you're gonna finish. There are women that are out here, as evident by Miss Watson, that are actually looking for a relationship outside of one where you paying her, and if you ain't paying her, then that's the gist of your relationship. So you don't have
Right.
to settle, and I think that that's what it's both about on both ends. How you similarly saying that the women shouldn't settle. I just don't think that a lot of men, especially younger men, should be settling at an early age.
I agree.
Now, do you think modern technology kind of changes a lot of things versus the older days when there wasn't any social media platforms and things like that? You could actually interact with someone
No,
on the street.
no. I think feminism leading over into relationships is what messed it up, not social media.
I'm saying, because think about it like this: a lot of people that are on social media, it's easy for them to send a message to someone saying, you may look like this. Versus back in the day, you actually had to walk up and speak to someone, and you actually can hold a conversation. I'll say the younger generation now, not people that are in their mid in late 20s or late 20s, 30s or 40s. I'm talking about these people that are like 18, 19, 20, the younger generation that all they had was
Millennials.
social media. Yeah, the millennials.
Yeah, maybe so. But I
Let
don't
me
know. I feel like
let
it
me
kind of
stress that
depends.
out. Let me stress that out because now you got like self checkout lines. You know what I'm saying? You can order your groceries online. You know what I'm saying? But what Ricky was talking about, like back in the day, is like guys actually like pull up in the parking lot. He getting out his car, she getting out her car. Now they talking about whatever, whatever floats their
Right.
boat. Now you got like all of these like social media sites. You got Fish or Fish for whatever dating site. First you had like Black Planet or you know what I'm saying. Now you got Facebook. Then you had what MySpace in the beginning. Like, but then it started elevating. See, back in the day, it was like a man would get dressed. He'll make like a late night run to the grocery store or whatever, get some fruits and vegetables. Then he'll see like a nice black woman or whatever, dressed well dressed, got heels on, got her hair done, smelling all good. And then they just having a general conversation, talking about fruits and vegetables, or talking about what kind of milk they like, and then like it lead to like a conversation, or it may lead to a number or something. You know what I'm saying? So now they're
Right.
painting this false image. So now they're painting this false picture on Instagram where this lady looked like this, or she probably got a tan or got her face done or whatever. Now like everybody is looking the same, and nobody's not really having that one-on-one interaction anymore. Everything is like on their phones now. Like you can even download books on your phone now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
where's that interaction between you and that person? Like, that's the least, like,
No, I get what you're saying. It's like the internet made the world so much bigger and so much smaller at the same time.
Right.
exactly.
Or technology, not the internet, but technology.
True.
So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
That's why I feel is like platforms like yours, platforms like mine, where people could actually interact and see. Well, these are the gray areas I'm seeing. I mean, yeah, let's erase these gray areas. Let's speak on things that we see and why do you think it's like this? Coming from
Right.
this background or that background.
Right. I get what you're saying though, because I mean that. Yeah. Like even on my Twitter, because you'll see on Twitter, like I talk about how people just lack conversation skills, and a lot. And so I do see what he's talking about, because a lot of women go, "What do I ask on dates, or what should I talk about?" And it's like these basic conversation skills.
Yeah,
like a lot of people
how
don't
do you feel about today's weather or anything? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just do today. Like,
Right.
like you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to overthink
Right.
conversation.
Right, or like women will say to me like, "Oh, how do you flirt? How do you walk into a restaurant and flirt?" And I'm just like, I tell them like, go watch old movies. Go see what the women did before they had smartphones. Like,
right.
Go watch their body language. Go look at what they did, and it's like the fact that they don't understand what to do outside of looking in a phone, and it's just kind of scary. Like, what do you mean how to flirt? You flirt, you make eye contact, you smile. They're just like, what do you mean? Like, just look at him. He'll come over. Like they just almost like they just like
no, it's a lost art. It's a lost art.
Yeah, it's a lost art for sure. So just little things like that. So yeah, I do agree with what he's saying for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of
like the borderlines between men and women. I think more masculine men need to handle like these young millennial boys, and women like you need to handle these girls. And like, yo, we really need to step our game up and like trying to reach out, even if it's like one girl or one little boy. Like, you have to bring that back though. Like, how back in the days, doing like the Mayas and the Incas, they used to shut down the whole city, and the man would actually, when that son is born, he used to walk that son through that tribe area and teach him about manhood. Like, this is what we do in this community. This is who harvests. This is raise the children. This is who cooks. This is who hunts. And it's like that. It's like, and the women used to do the same thing with the girls. Like, this is what you do. This is how you cook. This is how you take care of the kids. This is how you do their hair. This is where you go to the market at. This is what you do in the yard. You know what I'm saying? Like, basic need skills.
Right. I agree.
As a unit, though. As a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As a unit.
A well-oiled machine.
Now let me ask you this, because I mean a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this. What is your particular opinion on the Me Too movement?
Who?
You.
Oh, that's such a touchy subject. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
I don't have the capacity.
Okay.
I don't have the capacity right now with my hungover brain.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll give you that.
That's another episode. Read. They put that one in the mental Rolodex, yo, because I want to listen to that one.
Yeah, that's
we be going to the Earth's core.
That's a real good topic too, though.
That's only if Miss Watson will join. Might as well say me, because KK wasn't on here. Join me again on this particular, on a live stream on my channel, to entertain that. It only could go down if she's willing to come back on again.
I'll come back.
Okay. And I'll say this. I'm glad you came back, James, to kind of clean that up, because, we didn't want to make it seem like you were a certain type.
I was like, I'm gonna keep it real, right? Like, I'm hearing my name like, oh, he's toxic, oh, he's this, he's coming with this. I'm like, every other race in America could be vulgar, could be loud, nobody will get upset. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a black man and his vernacular, oh, he's toxic. Oh,
No, wait. Let me say this, James. Let me just say this. because black women get that too. You can't just say just black men
Oh
get
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Black
yeah.
women get that too.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this.
Here's,
What you want to say something, Miss Watson?
yeah, this is what I was gonna say because you said that word several times. Like, and I get what you're saying. What you have to understand though is you're a black man, I'm a black woman. You you were being very passionate and quote unquote aggressive, but I hadn't done anything to warrant that reaction from you. That's what we're talking about. I can see if I came at you like that. I didn't do anything. So it's just like, and then, you're speaking to me. I'm being very polite. I'm being very kind. So it's kind of like, let's match each other's energy. Like, I'm not being loud with you. So that's what they're talking about. I haven't been disrespectful. I haven't been loud.
No, okay, okay. But
so I'm not saying
like,
you're toxic.
Okay.
She was just referring to the people that were on her social media platforms that are listening. That's how they took you. That's not what she said you are.
Right. I exactly understand that, but the women or whoever need to get out that mindset because they used to dealing with a certain type of man.
But see, listen, you're proving the point. Listen, James, you were coming from a point of dealing with certain kind of women, so that's why you're like, oh no, because it makes you go back to this woman treated me like this, so you must be like that. No, you gotta just, kind of let a person speak out.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. I'm gonna tell you what it was because you know that I'm dealing with red pill right now. And when she was dealing with, she was talking about hypergamy. I'm not gonna front. That rubbed me the wrong way. That rubbed me the wrong way when she was dealing with hypergamy. And most people don't understand black because they also paint a false narrative of toxic masculinity.
Right, but James, think about it like this. Think about this. Wait, think about this, James. I know you're saying red pill. I mean, we've been over that, but I don't know if Miss Watson is versed in that. So you're saying things that you don't even really know if she's versed in what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like her saying something to you and like what she's talking about. You be like, well, I don't really know where you're coming from with this. So you got to be like, do you know about this? Do you know about this red? These different pills. You have to ask that first instead of assuming it.
Right. Because once she got into the hypergamy aspect of it, I thought she already knew that toxic and hypergamy men and women will not get along though. That's just the nature of the scenario. That is real life.
It looks like we're getting along to me though.
I'm not going to mention different platforms on this platform.
Right. But let's look at it like this. After the conversation went along, what did you think then? After the conversation went along, after you two.
After the conversation, because after me and her got some dialect going on, it was smooth sailing though. Because I understand. Because okay, boom, when you first see that person, of course you're gonna have that like, oh, I don't know about that person or this person right here. Like there's gonna be tension in their area because first impressions is lasting impressions. You know what I'm saying? With any type of situation, you're gonna go off of energy, you're gonna go off of eye contact, whatever the case may be, how that person's shoes look or whatever. But we're not doing that. We're on the phone and we're going with our voice vernacular. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but think about it like this. The basic part I look at is like if someone says I'm a liberal or someone says I'm a conservative, those could be triggers for certain people. Like a conservative, this must mean you're wearing a Trump hat.
That's just like dealing with hypergamy. That's just like boom, just like what you said, a liberal and a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the realm of she's dealing with hypergamy and I'm dealing with red pills. Me and her did not get along. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real shit. That's just real shit.
I feel like the lesson here is just to never just go into things with your defenses up unnecessarily. Just wait. Like, be defensive when there's something to defend, not just come into it ready to fight.
True. I believe that.
Because we ended up just agreeing pretty much the entire time. So all that was for nothing.
No, see, when I come to the game, I'm 10 toes down, and I'm gonna take my lumps and my bruises, no matter what it is, because I said what I said. You know what I'm saying?
But James, you saying game? Look, James. Wait. You saying game? This is life. You talking to a real person. She's talking to a real person. I mean,
right, no doubt.
there's no need to be like game and all this. You're conversating. She's saying something from her point of view. You're saying something from your point, but nothing to try to make you be like, oh, it's putting me down. You got to take it personal to be put down. Like she got to actually know you. If they don't know you, you can't be like that.
No, like it's all good. Like I understand where side she's coming from. I understand because like as the conversation went on, it's like we laugh, we joke. You know what I'm saying? She agreed with me some of my talking points, and I agree with her certain of her talking points. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't gotta agree with every single thing, but long that we reach like some type of understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because
I do appreciate
that's all I'm
coming
saying.
back and being. I do appreciate you coming back and being gentler. That was very kind of you.
Yeah, it's like who will agree with a person 100%? Like if somebody agree with a person 100%, like y'all need to check our relationship or y'all friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
that makes sense.
We all have to be thinking black men and thinking black women. Like you have to
right.
Because don't get it twisted, because we all been socially programmed at some point in time, and we are gonna have our own different like ways. Even though that I'm red pill or black pill, I still got my social programming, and I still like certain things. Like don't get it twisted. I still listen to some women bullshit.
Now, tell me, Ms. Watson, are you familiar with red pill and black pill and all these different terminologies? You know, covering certain ways people are.
So I went down the MGTOW rabbit hole a couple times, and I will say I don't disagree with some of the stuff. I don't necessarily like the approach. It just sounds like everybody's pissed off. But I also understand why everybody's pissed off. So I don't know. I can be very diplomatic in that way. But I look at some of it just because I like to see, like, I like to have a really good understanding of what men are listening to and what advice they're following. You know, just so I can understand what's happening.
Right.
But some of the stuff I don't necessarily disagree with. I just don't like the vitriol behind some of it. But I do understand that a lot of that is just, you know, everybody's just angry, everybody's pissed off, and everybody's unhappy, and I get that. But that's also not really going to get us anywhere. So.
Okay.
Right. But I don't know what the black pill is. I guess now I need to go. I'll have to go look at that.
All right.
I'll do that.
You still there, James?
That's some homework. Yeah, that is some homework for her to do. That's all. A little bit of homework.
I'll look at it.
Like it's deep, but when it comes to mid-child is basically like it's just like a single man. He's a freaking backslayer. Like he just lightweight on his terms. He like it his terms because it's his house. He's paying all the bills. You know what I'm saying? And when she come over, it's just like she can't come over and just put her feet on his couch. She can't come over and just put her feet on his coffee table. You know what I'm saying? Like she has to abide by certain rules and regulations. You know what I mean? Like that's his house. Why is she coming over and want to paint his walls pink, or want to paint his walls flowery type of colors, or want to change this? Because you know how not all women, but some women, they want to change your apartment around. Like, oh,
yeah, I'm against that actually. I tell women not to do that when they try to come in and change a man's space and change his stuff. Right. There's a way to do it, but not quite like that.
Yeah, but
you just don't want to
you
change
have so
a
many
man.
columns, right? But you have so many columns on here. You have so many columns that's trying to paint this narrative picture of what mid-child is, but the people who's painting these pictures of mid-child, like, are these people really qualified, and do they really did accurate research on what mid-child is? And do these people really have degrees in this field about mid-child, or are they just making up lies as they go along?
I don't know if you need a degree, and I can't speak for anybody else, but I personally, I do my own research. I make my own opinions. I don't really just listen to other people.
And when you have your opinion, you making it out of your, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know,
so I look at things
like
when you dealing
with certain when you dealing with red pill, black pill, or even mid-child, it's like you have to put your feelings aside and actually like have facts though. And then after you have your facts in check, right, and then you back check right around.
Now, Cadillac. Cadillac. James Cadillac said, "Is James MGTOW?"
Yo, that's a good one though. I'm not gonna front that. I'm about to start to become that because we living in this feminist society, and just like what she said, they're around and like that's scary right there. Like how she put certain things.
But think about like this.
Right.
Think about this, James. You said using me till she as a stepping stone. Well, that's like someone that's looking for dope or something like that. Only people looking for dope is looking for dope. If you're not a part of that, you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's not like she's wanna tell me she's gonna use me for a stepping stone. Okay, boom. Okay, yo, let me put it like this. I remember when Lo was like, you just have to be better equipped with game. It's like, okay, how can a square know about the pen game? He don't even know certain words, certain terminology, certain vernaculars. And then he'll get caught up in the room thinking that he's something that he's not. He'll get messed up out here dealing with certain type of women because he's not a mind reader.
I get the gist of what he's saying though, Rick, because I think that we live in a world right now where I believe a lot of the men as well are feeling some type of way because a lot of women, they have this instant gratification of this want and give me. And not to say that they don't go to both ways because it does. I'm not trying to deflect a lot of dudes' insecurities off on women. But I will say that this is where I think that this is a subject also for another day that we can have a continued conversation because you talked about with your pimps. But you have in mind, bro, when pimps was took and be able to provide for them, you know, because unfortunately I'm not a black man. So a lot of that stuff without going on all that spiel because everybody know the history of that. But I think that we at a point now to where that ideology and that mindset has to change in order to see a lot of black relationships work. But
and that's like
I enjoyed my time though, Reed. I look forward to listening to your YouTube channel as well as checking out your social media. Hopefully you will come back on once again and I can catch you on a rebound in a different conversation. Reed, thank you once again for having me.
Most definitely.
Thanks, James, to you as well as Cadillac J. Jess and everybody that chimed in the chat room. This is Drake.
Have a good morning, man.
No, I agree with all of that. That's honestly like my entire point is just like everything is
take anybody else's opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. So that's what I'm doing.
It's like the way as the quote unquote speak. No, it's not a new thing. This thing always been here. I mean, I think mainly known.
Right.
Where's the days of the mother that cooks, cleans? Don't disrespect us. Don't hit us below the belt.
Well, think about this, James. I mean, she broke into that earlier about, you know, when you say, "Oh, is she gonna rub my feet?" And like, if I didn't have to, like, say the situation, like you got so many kids and you're both working, you're both putting in work, not just one person. So she may not be as receptive to do that, or vice versa. Like, oh, could you put this thing together that I need for in the house or for the kids? You may not be so receptive to do something like that because you work, you know, so many hours or whatever. You get to it when you can get to it. So versus a person that has all the time. Look, the person that has all the time in the day. If you're paying their way, then of course, it's no problem. I'm a you know, come to your assistance because I have all this open time because of you. You get what I'm saying, or get what she's saying?
I get what you're saying, Rick. But like she said though too earlier before, it was like if that man paying, but I'm talking about a man who's paying 100% of the bills. She don't got to worry about the mortgage. She don't got to worry about car payment.
Right.
She don't got to worry about. She's not stressing over money situations because that's where a lot of you know, a lot of divorces is coming to the play. Sometimes it be about finances. The man not making enough money, enough income. And then she said that she want high value men. She want men who making over what? $60,000 a year, $80,000 a year. And if you're not making that quota, like, stay out of her face. Like, don't even talk to her. If you're not willing to pay her stuff, you don't need to be with that woman. You don't need to be with that woman if you're making minimum wage. Like, leave certain women like her alone. You're making minimum wage, leave her alone. Stay within your stock bracket or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, like, okay, right. But what's the crime in that? Because it's like, really,
I'm 100 agreeing with you with that though. On that,
right.
I'm
No, I know you are.
Aligned
no,
with
I know
you.
You are. Right, I know you are. I'm just speaking on your point because it's just like, you know, I do all this stuff for myself. I take excellent care of myself and all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, why would I be with a man that can't even do that for me when I can? You know what I mean? Like, so.
Right. You could do it by yourself. Like, why would you?
Call from.
JJ.
For herself, why would you now go with a man? He's essentially
so I brought it back to, like, there's a lot of guys that's like that $60,000-$80,000 range too, and they're dating down. They're messing with the woman that's working at Target, or the woman that's working at
McDonald's or something like that, or Chick-fil-A.
McDonald's or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, Cadillac J just has joined the call again.
High caliber men dating down, or
I
high caliber
have a
women
video on
dating down.
that. It's different when men date down, but we won't get into that already because we already.
Eric T?
No, I'm just I'm just saying I have like a separate point that I can make about that, but.
That's the reason why I like talking to you, because we're gonna argue like cats and dogs over this, over the dating down part. There's certain parts where you don't like, certain parts that I don't like. We're not gonna argue about it, but we having a discussion about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because kids argue though. Feel me?
I mean,
all right, so I got it.
Cadillac J just is back in there.
What's up to it? I told y'all I was gonna call y'all back. I'm a guy of my word. You know what I'm saying? But
we love those.
What do you say? Y'all threw me off. Y'all threw my train of thought off. Y'all said dating down.
Right.
You said what?
Yeah.
Midtown.
Dating down. I date down.
We just talking about like guys who make over $60,000 or $80,000. We talking about guys like that actually dates down too. And he was saying, like, when it comes to women dating down, like, women have more of a disadvantage, you said, like, more of a mentality or something of that nature, of dating down, and they're like high caliber women.
Yes, it's worse for a woman to date down.
Right.
Because we give birth. So like when a woman dates down, we're the ones that have to be pregnant. We're the ones that have to get. So what happens if she's on bed rest? What if something happens to the baby and she can't work for 2 years, or she's in the hospital, and then now you don't have her? You don't have her.
Can I tell you that?
Now what are you gonna do?
Can I tell you that?
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's when the child support system come into the play. When she has
child support.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, she got child support coming in. If she goes down, when that man get a job, child support.
What if you're married?
Child support is gonna get all that money back. If it's $40,000.
Wait. James, did you hear what she said? She said they're married, not dating, married, and she makes more.
So
I'm not talking about no baby mama type stuff.
Right.
Oh, okay. So my thing is this, right? She came in the game knowing that he really didn't have nothing from the beginning.
I understand that.
Position.
That's why I said it's
stupid
to us more, because we are the ones that fire children. That's why it's worse.
Oh no.
I understand.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm agreeing.
She's fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but I'm telling
earlier.
Yeah.
out and about.
I mean, like if you were my boyfriend or something, and it was like, I would not pay for our date. No.
You're talking about just regular, just.
So even like fine, I'll buy whatever. I've done it.
Now let me say this, you from South Carolina, right?
Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah.
North Carolina,
And
my
South
fault.
Carolina,
Yeah, okay.
both of them.
So you still kind of consider the South, so.
Yeah.
Right. So you get what I'm talking
like,
about. So it's like, right. So like if my guy friends are like, hey, let's go hang out, and then we go do something, they just automatically pay. Like it's never like an issue. They don't, you know.
No, I'm saying like all my homegirls are all gold diggers, right? But if they don't let me pay for nothing. Like if I'm they tell me get whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Like that's them.
I've done that before. But if I do that, you are in the friend zone. That you are staying there.
Yeah, like it ain't no trying to get no, you know what I'm saying, no pussy or nothing. That's the key to it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
But if I'm dating you, no, you have to pay.
Not dating. No, that's real though. That is real. I got friends like that though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about.
Because like if I pay, it just doesn't. Because if I pay, it just doesn't feel romantic. Like that doesn't feel sexy to me for pay.
But what I'm saying is they get so much money that it doesn't matter to them. Like
right. And I get that too. Because like if my guy gives me like all this money and I'm just like bored, like hey, I want to go hang out, and then I got all this money, I'll pay for it. I've done that. Like let's get paid.
Okay.
And then I just pay for it. And I got it like that. Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Hold on though, but let's go to the Earth corridor. Like
you said, the Earth corridor.
Why did you have that mentality that you wouldn't pay? Like the guy is expected, like your husband or your boyfriend is expected to pay. Like,
because that's the difference.
How did you come up? With that concept though? Like, how did you come up with that?
Because the difference is. Go ahead. I'll listen.
Because the difference is I'm happily sleeping with you. So if I'm sleeping with you, I want you to treat me like a woman. Treat me like a lady, take me out, and take care of me.
So you're saying the value is that the man's supposed to pay.
James.
That's what you said.
James, listen. You said how I'm getting from you. You want a traditional woman, but you don't believe in traditional women because if she said that she's gonna do the.
No, I believe in it, but. He didn't say nothing about cooking. He didn't say nothing about cleaning. He said, okay, we want to take that. Hold on, let me speak.
Right.
Let me speak. We want to take that. Then when this live is over, I asked her, I said, what is, like, how did you come up with that mentality and that mind frame? And she said verbatim. If I'm sleeping with you, you're obligated to pay.
Yeah, but listen, wait, you can't James, stop. You can't snapshot that. You got to listen to the other part. If you are fulfilling these, then I will do this. If you're not fulfilling anything, I'm not dealing with you. Are you not? You just want to be like, see, she's just like this. No, she said she would do the other part. So where's the problem?
Right. I never said I wouldn't cook. I never said that.
Oh, but you didn't specify your
I just felt like it went without saying. I felt like it went without saying. I'm rubbing your feet.
You said that in the beginning conversation or not.
But I felt like that was obvious. If I'm rubbing your feet, I'm probably making dinner. You've been at work all day. Why would I not make you dinner? Why would you not come home to a clean house and dinner if you're taking care of me?
Yeah,
right.
But you know that.
Wait. James, when you say but, that is canceling out everything you said before. She's saying if you would do this is what she would do without a question, without, all the previous situations of beef that you probably done had in previous relationships. I ain't doing that, even though you're working hard and doing that. Yes, that's wrong if someone, did you like that. But if you're genuinely with someone that is receptive to what you're doing, then I don't see where the problem is. That's
right.
I'm like, man.
Right, because with me,
No,
with women, but
there's no problem. There's no
let me
problem.
tell you.
I just have to make sure.
Wait, let her speak her point. Let her speak her point. Let her speak her
Here's what
point.
you have to understand. This is what you have to understand about a woman. When you are treating us well, we do that stuff without you asking. You don't have to ask. You're gonna come home to a clean house. You're gonna come home to dinner on the table every night. It's gonna be there. You don't have to ask. You ain't feet rubbed. It's there. You want a cocktail when you come in the door? It's made. We'll do it. That's our nature. We are biologically wired to do those things. You do not have to ask us. That's
now, to women that are trifling, then them is the ones that are not doing any of that. Then that's something else, and that's something you got to peep from the beginning. People exhibit those traits from the beginning. You can't ignore that. You can't just like, oh, well, maybe she'll come around. No, this is what she's telling you right off bat. You can't disregard that.
Right. True.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just because women are naturally giving anyway. We give too much most of the time anyway, and that's another reason why you got this uprising. These women, they're like, don't give him anything. That's why, because we give too much.
But that's a building thing, though. That's when a man is really on his job, right or wrong, right? That's when a man is on his job.
What do you mean building?
Because men are naturally givers, though. Because off of the rip, you like, okay, that's like you said. Some men are like naturally givers, so they leave with their wallet. I heard that from, I think that was Joe or Cadillac just said that. Like, that's not verbatim, though. Because I heard that. Somebody was like, yo, a man is naturally going to give a woman whatever she wants, just like off of the rip. It's not going to take a man years and years and years to give a woman whatever she wants. Like,
right, that's what I'm, right. It's easy on both ends if people just stop making it hard. Like, y'all want to give to us, we want to give to y'all. It does not have to be all this tension. Like, it doesn't. It's actually easier. Y'all want to treat us good, we want to treat y'all good. Like, you know, like, it's not hard. It's not.
Right.
So, but what do you think that's stopping it from making it hard, though? What is, like, making
just
it hard?
like, you know, women don't feel safe. They don't feel protected. They don't feel valued. Y'all don't feel respected. So it's just, it goes back and forth. Right. Nobody wants to bend to the other. Nobody wants to go first and all this other stupid shit.
Think about it like this, James. Think about it in this context. It could be a man that doesn't got a woman in his life, and it could be a female that doesn't got a man in her life. She's gonna throw a monkey wrench in, maybe her homegirl that may be having just a little small issue with her man that majority, they got everything going on. Oh, girl, I wouldn't put up with that. Or the dude, I wouldn't put up with her doing that. They're trying to throw monkey wrenches in what you actually are working every day at when they don't have any of that. That's the problem. That's the real problem right there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know your situation, but maybe it just sounds like you maybe just kind of had, a woman that just did whatever, and then, now your perception is skewed, but, we're not all like that.
Let me,
another thing
sometimes it's good to hear from the horse's mouth. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to come about it.
Now, go ahead, Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
There's another thing, too. Standards. The standards that people have.
Yeah,
right.
That throws the game off, too.
Right.
That's the whole part. That's the beginning part. It's like everybody's just, oh, he's cute, he got a six-pack. Okay, fuck the six-pack. Like, is he a good man? Is he nice? Is he kind? Is he generous? Y'all looking at the wrong stuff. So it's like we're doing it and y'all are doing it and all that. So I try to get people back to that stuff. Like, look at what's important and see it from the beginning. That way you don't end up with a crazy baby mama, because you'll know she's crazy from the beginning.
Right.
And all that. You cut all that out. You know what I'm saying? You cut all that out. Like, oh, her ass is fat. Okay, but is she crazy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's look at what we need to be looking at.
Yeah, you're right. Like, hold people accountable for, like, what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's...
Yeah, because I'm not going to front. Like, when I was on my blue pill, like, I didn't hold her accountable. Like, I let certain shit slide that I shouldn't have let slide. Like, over time, it built into resentment. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but think about it like this. Let's back this up. You said you didn't hold her accountable. No, you didn't hold yourself accountable. Right. You let that bypass. You like...
To indeed.
Right.
So let me.
Right, and so you know now what's happened is it's almost like
I didn't pull myself to the fire. I didn't hold myself accountable.
right.
Right.
And then it makes you have like this chip on your shoulder, and then it makes it carry over to other women and all this other stuff that don't have anything to do with that. Women that probably aren't even going to treat you like that. Now you're just expecting them to treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what's happening.
No,
People are jaded and cynical and angry and pissed off because somebody did them wrong, but not all of us are going to do you wrong.
See, when you come to the realization, it's like you already know what this woman gonna do to you. Like you already, okay, boom. Everybody's saying that it's toxic and that it's passionate. No, you're equipping yourself with like being prepared just in case. Okay, boom. That's why you have separate accounts, right? That's why you have life insurance, just in case anything happens to you. You are already prepared. You got your life insurance in place. You got your finances in place. You got two vehicles just in case one break down on you. You know what I'm saying? Like every man supposed to have two vehicles just in case one breaks down. So when you come to this realization, it's like all you doing is equipping yourself. You're arming yourself just in case anything do happen within that relationship. That's all that it is.
Right. All right, so James,
let's chime in.
You talking about female nature, or you talking about MGTOW?
I'm talking about
all the
how
pills.
people about everything, like how people perceive MGTOW and talking about MGTOW is toxic and MGTOW guys don't like women, like you hate women, like you bashing women. No, it's not that. Like I said,
are you MGTOW?
Read it again. MGTOW is MGTOW.
James, answer Cal like Jay just what he just asked you.
Are you MGTOW? Yeah, James. Are you MGTOW?
Hold on. I'm about to answer to you right now. I'm starting to become MGTOW at this point in my life. I'm starting to become MGTOW because we living in, like she said, we living in a hyper-pergamy world right now. Women are more than ever want things their way. They talk to you with certain vernacular. The vernacular
that has nothing to do with hypergamy.
They want
being a rude bitch.
Let me tell you what it is though. It's like they want everything their way. They're not trying to bend. They talk to you crazy, yo.
Wait, Cadillac. My fault, Cadillac. James, listen. I think about it like this. I ain't gonna pose this on you. I'm just gonna pose a hypothetical. It'd be someone that's a brother that been in a relationship that he put his heart into, and he ignored signs that this woman was exhibiting that that the person really wasn't with. So they kept carrying along this relationship and doing everything for this person, thinking that would change them, but actually how they presented themselves at the beginning is actually how they are going to be at the ending. So essentially, this woman burns this man. So she burns this man, and now this man feels some kind of way about that. So, maybe, through his travels through life, he see women like that. It's like he focuses on this. It's like when you buy a car and you start seeing everybody driving that particular car, you start seeing it. So you're pointing out all this ugliness. So when maybe a woman that is really, genuinely trying to be with you and doesn't know anything about your situation, you're looking for, well, the last thing is, she exhibited this. Maybe she's like that. No, you're typecasting all women. They're typecasting all women from their trauma.
No. See,
let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. So essentially, you can be running off a woman that may have potential to actually be with you. Let's even put it in this position. Say if, he lets down his guards of being hurt, and he actually entertains that woman. And the situation turns to be something good. But then maybe his ex was like, oh, now you got somebody. She may even try to come back to him, and he may fall for it and go back to her and wreck the real relationship that he built with this new person for only that other person to drop him. Because, he feel like, well, maybe I could have made this work. Now she's liking me now. No, it's that was all born out of dysfunction. And you got to recognize it. That's why I say, peep the signs. It's on you. fault yourself. You got to fault yourself. Like, man, I let this ride. I shouldn't have. This put me in this situation that I didn't want to be put in because I wanted it so bad. You know, the person actually has to want.
It has nothing to do with dysfunction. They're not the same. Like saying you're hypergamous does not mean you're going to be like some bitch and you're not going to bend and it's my way or the highway. That's not what it is.
Yeah, it is. You said it's not. You said that's not the way it is. It's my way or the highway.
No, I'm saying like he's thinking like I don't know. I'm not going to put words in his mouth, and he's making it sound like it's this negative thing to where it's like, oh, give me all your money and it's my way or the highway, and I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm going to just do this, and I'm going to just run over you. No, it has nothing to do with it at all.
That's kind of how I feel.
Hold on.
That's not what that means.
Let me answer your question. Read on that topic right there. You said being a quit. That's when you're breaking out of blue pill, though. Because when you red pill, you know the signs. You're not putting all women in one category about being hurt. You're not. It's like you're breaking out of it. It's just like when you're an addict. When you've been smoking, okay, so let's say when you've been an addict and doing crack for a long period of time. And then now you're in recovery. Now you know the signs. You know what takes you off. You know not to be certain. You already know not to be around these type of. It's like you know the signs. You know what's going on. You know the red flags. That's it. That's all. It's not that complicated. You know what I'm saying? And then dealing with her about being mid-child or being the red pill, it's like, come on now. If this is my apartment. I'm paying the bills. I'm doing everything that I have to do. You're not going to come over here and change my blinds.
Okay, I mean, James, you went over that part. She already said that she wouldn't be on board with that. So, I mean, I don't understand where, you're going with that. I mean, this thing about like this. If someone cusses you out, let's look at it like this. If another man comes at you wrong, you either gonna be like, okay, you gonna have some words with him, or you gonna be like, I'm gonna disregard this. He got issues. He don't know me, so why are you gonna keep painting that on other people? I mean, that was just that one person you dealt with, I mean, we could deal with racism. Like, I don't think he's racist until you exhibit something, in a real bad way to make me think that. I mean, you got to kind of give people the benefit of the doubt. You can't just paint people, oh, they're like this. She done said this, that mean that,
See, James is talking on female nature. He's speaking on like more of a female nature. Like, women want to change stuff anyway. Women want to change a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman might see a man and look at him and say, okay, I can change him. That's kind of what he's saying as far as like when you come in the house. I might want.
But that has nothing to do with hypergamy. That's what I was talking about. Because he was trying to make it like,
because I don't think you really know the real definition of hypergamy. You have just like what you said. You said verbatim, like, I have my own philosophy of what hypergamy is. Like, you don't really know the real definition of hypergamy. I don't even think you can look up the definition of hypergamy. I do have the definition. Like,
hypergamy, that's going for like the highest bidder, right? Basically, the woman's supposed to go.
I'm putting in Cadillac or Choice. I'm putting you in, Choice.
The one that wins gets to mate with the women. That's hypergamy. The strongest, best one gets the woman. The animals do it, birds do it, everything.
That's an alpha male.
That's hypergamy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Okay.
When you're dealing with nature, when you're dealing with
that's hypergamous nature. It's in animals.
The alpha male gets the best women. The beta male don't get the best women.
Hypergamy.
Do with hypergamy.
Yes, it does.
That's dealing with being
Wait, James. You gotta agree to disagree. You can't. Okay, you getting it wrong. You gotta agree to disagree. Wait a minute. Choice. You in there? Choice. You in there?
No, it doesn't.
Man, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
He's tripping right now. Like, he's tripping right now. That's not hypergamy, bro. Google that, bro. Google is your friend.
James. Hold on. Let Choice. He came in. He want to, say something. Come on. What you gotta add?
No, I'm just trying to. Go ahead, Rick. My bad.
What do you gotta add? Go ahead. I want you to speak.
Man, I'm in the building, man. I know a little something about Sugar Baby, you dig? So, I came in late. I came into the hole, you dig, late, but I was kind of busy doing some other shit. You know what I mean? On some real one shit. So I couldn't chime in when we started up, but I know what a Sugar Baby is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, as you okay, all right, Cadillac. Now, as you hear the conversation now, Choice, what say you?
Man, what do I say? Man, it's all the way turned up, and it's chaotic as hell. And Brother James, fam, like. I'm kind of surprised, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of surprised, man. Like, you kind of seem like you arguing, G. Like, you ain't got to argue to express your opinion, you know what I mean? It can be either accepted or rejected. You feel me? Like you ain't got to press it, though. You know what I mean? It's chosen, not forced, you know what I mean? I'm going to say that. I'll fuck with you, my nigga. Like,
okay, boom, right? There's certain, okay, like, when you deal with red pill, black pill, all of that stuff, so cut that to the side. All of that to the side. When you deal with certain...
That's a whole... James, that's a whole different level, though, bro. That's a whole different level, though.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to force nothing. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain words that actually have, words have meanings and definitions, right? Right or wrong?
They do.
So
yeah, I do. Like bitch ass niggas. When it comes from a female, like yeah.
Right. When you're dealing with certain words, if you don't know the definition of these words, why would you choose to use these words in these test phrases?
Okay, so according to Google,
the correct meaning.
James, hold on. Let Ms. Watson speak.
You told me to Google, so I'm Googling, and it means it's occasionally referred to. Hierogamy is a term used in social science for the act or practice of a person marrying a spouse of a higher caste or social status than themselves. So
that's hypergamy.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna wait my turn. When I come in, when I got the chance to come in, I'm waiting.
Okay, now hold on. Now let me say something else since we're on Google. The studies of race selection in dozens of countries around the world have found men and women report prioritizing different traits when it comes to choosing a mate, with men tending to prefer women who are young and attractive, and women tending to prefer men who are rich, well-educated, ambitious, and attractive. Evolutionary psychologists contend this is inherent sex difference arising out of sexual selection, with men driven to seek women who will give birth to healthy babies, and women driven to seek men who will be able to provide the necessary resources for the family's survival.
Nature.
That's hypergamy? Or
that is hypergamy. That's hypergamy. You told me to Google, right? You told me to get my Google on. Now it's Google.
Right.
Yes, I did. I told you.
So
when you have
lions mating, it's not about the alpha male. It's about choosing a male that's going to be able to ensure that their genetics, whatever, is going to be able to survive. Like, he's going to be strong enough to take care of the fucking babies. That's hypergamy. That is what that means.
Right.
So women are programmed to choose the best.
for themselves and their offspring. Otherwise, their DNA won't be able to be continued on. That's the whole entire premise. That is the whole point.
Right. And
survival of the species.
And that's survival,
that is the
right?
reason why
that's
you
survival.
do it. Because if you choose somebody weak and broke, your baby might get sick and die. Okay, well now your DNA isn't going to survive. That's the whole point of it.
Right.
That's the whole reason.
Let me
we are not programmed to choose anything that's weak.
Right.
That we're just not.
Let me break it down so you can understand a little bit more, James. Since Ms. Watson referred it to lions. Think about it like this. You know, it's a lot of lions looking for the lioness, but not, like she said, not every one of them makes the cut. So once the one makes the cut, you think all those other lions are gonna be around? No, he's gonna run them off and kill them, because it's like, this is my pride. This is my lioness. I protect the pride. I'm the strongest of it. Until I become the weak lion, I will no longer be around. But I am the strongest. So that means I'm running you off. So be it the case, it may be you. You may be the strongest. You think you're gonna let the little young lions come around? No, you're gonna slaughter them and kill them and get them out the way. So essentially, in the frame of, you know, America, how we're dealing, the person who has the money, the power. So say, you know, you're 30 something and you have a young 20 something. Yeah. No, a 20 something year old woman, but you got a nice powerful job. You have more power over the little 22 that's the same age as her, because it's like, he got money, you know, and I dig him, I like him, and he'll put me in a position, and hopefully my kids will be powerful like him. Why do I want to deal with this person that, you know, really doesn't got nothing if they're in that particular mind frame? I know people deal with, oh, I could build with him and all that. Yeah, those are certain cases, but usually a lot of people want to go to the person that is powerful, just like in the animal kingdom. So that's what she's speaking on. At least that's what I think. Is that what you're speaking on, Ms. Watson?
You killed it.
Okay.
So, do I got a little time here, or
go
am
ahead,
I cutting somebody
go
off?
ahead.
Okay, Ms. Watson.
Yes.
Just in the mission of the realm I come from, are you pro-black woman or are you pro-black?
I'm pro-black woman.
Okay, all right. I had to ask that, though. You know, I had to ask that. I was questioning that.
I definitely don't encourage race loyalty to the detriment of yourself. I encourage you being loyal to yourself first, above all other people and situations. Like you first. Then
it's not really about detriment to yourself. But okay, I wanted to ask that. That's all. No, I really don't. But I heard what you said.
Wait, let her break it down.
I'll explain. So you know how you have someone that, okay, you have some black women that are like, I will only be with a black man. I refuse to date outside of my race. There's nothing wrong with that. But my issue with that is they sometimes do that to the detriment of themselves, because sometimes when they say they will only be with a black man, but then the ones that they're, you know, not saying all black men are bad, I love black men, but just the fact they'll put that above just choosing the right man for them regardless of race. I don't really encourage that. I think you should just choose the best situation for yourself and not say, you know, they have to be one thing or the other. I don't think that really benefits a lot of women. That's all.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. I had to ask, you know, and right. You know, our other viewer who ain't on here, I just, you know, like I'm not used to you. I ain't never heard none of you. Like, I don't know you. That was a question that I was just gonna pose to the channel, period. You feel me? Like Freak and James and everybody, you feel me? Like I keep shit 200, so I just had to ask, you know, and that's like a little situation that I ain't counting my goddamn self. So I'm gonna bring it to the channel, to my folks, you feel me? Like, to my people, you feel me? Like,
right.
But anyway, you ain't never met me, but hello. Let me introduce myself. I'm sorry. You feel me? Like, yeah. And I know all about sugar babies and everything else. So, yeah. That's what I can bring to the table. But, and not understanding where, I mean, I do understand, You know what I mean? Like, I understand where they come from, but not necessarily saying that without sugar daddies, they could even exist.
Right. I mean,
so like you got to get some type of weight. You got to get some type of weight to sugar daddy, is what I'm saying. Because without sugar daddy, sugar babies couldn't exist.
Right. Correct. Right.
But it seems, I don't know, from what I've heard and the conversation, you feel me, like you don't respect sugar daddy. You might appreciate them. You might appreciate them. But, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying it's wrong that you don't respect them, because that's a level in the space that they put themselves in. But I don't think you got a real respect for sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody from the game know the level that tricks play in it, type shit.
Right, but I mean, my philosophy is a little bit different. I'm not really with the whole like trick thing and just some random dude and he's giving you money. Like that's not the kind of sugar baby stuff I'm talking about.
But from the definition of a sugar baby, it's in a woman's perspective, it's a man tricking and doing for a woman and not necessarily getting anything out of it.
Okay.
Right or wrong?
Yeah. It just depends. Like, there's a spectrum. That's what we were talking about earlier. There's a spectrum to it. But I
mean, in general, I know there's a spectrum.
I'll agree with you. Right, so I'll agree with you. Just in general, yes, I'll agree with you.
So I mean, and you might have made Brother James feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Like just because of that. You know what I mean? But I'm a whole different breed. You feel me? I'm a whole different breed, and I feel like just because of who you are and the level you at, what you've attained and what you're doing or whatever, like it really, you know. And I'm not capping for nobody. I'm open-minded, just on both sides of the spectrum. You feel me? Like I don't feel no type of way for sugar babies or sugar daddies. You know what I mean? And they both go together like timber and horn. But it feel like you got a real disrespectful nature. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like a lot of these sugar daddies is baby as fuck.
Well, if you go back and listen to it, I was actually saying that I don't agree with that lifestyle, so I don't really know where the disrespectful nature comes from, but I mean...
Yeah, because essentially she's just explaining the point of what it is, essentially. Not like I side with this or I don't side with that. This is what it usually, is the construct of. Like, this person that's young, this person that's old, they're looking for this out of each other, I mean... A lot of people didn't even know that. What you have to
understand, though, is the people that are in the relationship, no matter what's being given or not given, they're fulfilled. So it's not about it being disrespectful or whatever. That's the way somebody from the outside sees it. But the two people that are actually in the relationship that are agreeing to those terms are fine with those terms. I don't really understand.
Right. I agree with that. A fair exchange ain't no robbery, baby.
Who are we to say that if it's not fair, that we're not in a relationship?
A fair exchange ain't no robbery, though. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe he likes just going to dinner with her and paying her bills and not sleeping with her. He's happy with that. Who are we to say that that's not right? He's okay. Otherwise, he wouldn't do it.
I ain't got shit to say to it, like, at all. Like, I ain't got shit to say to it at all. But, like, I don't know. Never mind. Everybody gonna have their views and their opinions. I
get what you're trying to say, though. I get what you're trying to say.
Right, that would just be that'd be the intern if it was a sugar mama. She's paying for him to have whatever. I just bought him this car, and some older dude might say, that ain't right. Why are you doing her like that? I mean, it's always gonna be someone saying something about something that they ain't experiencing. So I mean,
right. Like meanwhile, she's happy to buy him the car. She's getting what she needs. She's straight.
I'm talking from experience, though. You feel me? Like, hey, I done been around the block. You feel me? I ain't never been no sugar daddy, but hey, I'd had pretty young things though. You feel me?
Were you a splendid daddy?
Say this. I feel like they just changing the true dynamics of what it really means about the sugar mama, sugar baby, all of these.
I ain't never been no true sugar daddy. Like, no, I got to get something out the deal.
What it really means about being a see, certain words I can't use on the platform, certain words you can't use on YouTube, which I understand that, so I'm not going to even go there. But I feel like they changing everything from what is the true nature of it. I feel like they just changing the whole dynamics now with all of these terms.
They're not really changing nothing. They doing what they do, Jay. Like right, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of lames that got a lot of extra money and they ain't got shit to do with it. And that's how they running with it.
Okay.
Man, Jay, this whole ass Instagram hole these days, fam. Running bags up.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but I ain't gonna mention no names. But yeah. that could be, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers get a whole bag, but they play too much, and they don't really know what the fuck they want in this life. You know, like I ain't saying no name. You know, whatever. Like.
Listen,
you heard me? Like,
because just like I asked you before, like, damn, I was like, yo, I never heard that word before. And then when you broke it down to me, I was like, you know, when you were talking amongst us though, and then you broke it down to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit mean, because like I'm not into that world though, like, you know, that real world. Like, you know, I go to work, like I told y'all way before, 18 year, and I came from an 18-year relationship. Me and her been separated for 3 years now. So
you had a big time phase when you weren't doing nothing
like,
or paying attention to nothing.
Right, but I'm not gonna sit here and saying that I'm this freaking guy that I'm portraying to be, which I don't even live that lifestyle though. I don't live that lifestyle, so why would I play myself acting like I do live that lifestyle?
Now, James, let me pause this real quick. James, hold on a second. Now, Ms. Watson, what do you think now, since James said he's been in an 18-year relationship and he's been 3 years removed from it? Do you think that plays into a lot of things that James, the way he thinks?
Well, yeah, I mean, when we first started talking, I believe, I don't want to put words in his mouth, I believe he made some comments about child support or something,
right,
or baby mama or something,
right.
And so it just sounded kind of getting kind of whatever. I just said, just let him do it. Let him get that off his chest.
Do you have kids?
No, I do not.
Yeah, like you said, I was matter of fact, you didn't say that, yo. You said I was beating my chest.
No, I said I'm gonna let you beat your chest, and then another time I said just let him get that off his chest, like let you blow some steam off, because you were just kind of going. So I said, okay, just let him go. Yeah, so I understood what it was. So.
And she automatically said you beating your chest like a gorilla. That was her first instinct and first thought.
Exact. Thank you.
I said,
hey, we brothers. I'm not trying to come in and beat up on nobody. I call it a spade, fam. I call it a spade. You feel me? Like no disrespect, but you know what I mean? No disrespect at all, Ms. Watson, at all. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna call it a spade.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm a 200 ass cat. You dig? When I said I ain't never had no sugar baby, then I ain't got no sugar out of.
Now, choice. Why do you think she said that? Because you didn't catch all the beginning, so you gotta re-listen to the whole beginning, and then you kind of understand the reason why she said that.
Like you're making an opinion, but you weren't here.
Right.
No, he was wilding. I heard it. I heard a little bit of it. He was wilding. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, Brother James, I told you to say, bro, you was kind of wilding.
Hey, James, I'm going right now. I just wanted to let you know.
Certain catchphrases and certain things that you said, yo, I was boiled though. I ain't gonna front. I was boiled. I was saying 10 toes down.
Yeah, we are past that, so let's not revisit it.
Apologies for that.
I understand that word set you off. We're past it though.
It did.
Well,
I'm in here cooking. We're past it.
Okay, let's do it like this. I mean, we've been on 186 minutes. That's quite a long time.
Oh
We
wow.
Yeah, we done covered kind of a lot of things now. Matter of fact, blast all your social medias or not blast them, or let them know, everybody that is in here and that will fall in here on the replay, where they can catch you, because you're actually on YouTube and you actually have
Yes.
plenty of videos covering plenty of topics. Speak on that.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to post on my link. So I have my I just post it.
Yeah, I
I try
will.
to spell it and stuff.
Okay, okay.
Okay, yeah, just post it. I have my blog, I have my Twitter, I've got my YouTube, I've got some stuff on there that's gonna piss y'all off, but it's fine. Just watch it and give me the views. It's all good. Because I know there's some stuff y'all are not gonna like it, but it's fine.
Right. And just think about this. I mean, we led with the topic of sugar baby, but we actually touched into other topics. There's other topics, that we were talking about that, we didn't expand into. So if y'all really enjoy listening to Miss Watson, Miss Watson with no KK, just go to her channel because I'm gonna post those in the actual link in the description, so you can actually be right directed to her channel and watch it. If you want her to come back on here to talk with me and I guess talk between whoever calls in with the lives or whatever, do that. Matter of fact, subscribe to her channel. She's able to live stream. I'm quite sure she will be live streaming when she gets the time, and you can go and head over there and voice your opinion on whatever you may want to voice it on.
Yes, thank you. I enjoyed the chat, gentlemen.
I did too. What say you, James? What say you, Choice?
Oh man.
It was a great chat. I missed a few minutes, but my fault, James. Go ahead, G.
Nah, all y'all gotta do with me, man, is just click the picture. It should be right there in the chat room. Click the picture, hit subscribe, man, and that's about it. I don't have a YouTube channel yet, but I do have barriers. And great bill, great bill, because we need some females on the platform, man, so we could be equipped and be aware about what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like their brains and stuff like that. Like we're not y'all. We're not arguing, y'all. We're having a discussion, and we just trying to see what the women's coming from on their side and how they feel about us and how we feel about them, guys. Because these are the women, like I said before, these are the women that are going to be in our local grocery store. These are the type of women that are going to be in our banks. These are the women that are going to be our nurses, our attorneys. You know what I'm saying? So we got to speak to these women every day, no matter where you go in life. We're going to have to speak to these women. Man. We got to be equipped.
I love it.
Well,
Amen.
I guess I say behind the scenes, me and Miss Watson will have to come up with maybe another hot topic to cover on another day. But it's been a good one. 190 minutes in. Hey, if you're now catching the replay, it was a good one. Don't skip all the way to the end. Go all the way to the beginning and listen to the whole thing through. Stop it, if you gotta, do whatever, and catch back up with it. But
I used to always wonder how people would have 3 and 4 hour lives, and now I see how easy it is to do this.
Right.
It's really easy. It's really easy.
Yeah, it is, man. I want to hear the feedback, what y'all think about me, man, from the ladies, guys, man. I'm going to be the toxic one on here. I'm going to be the one on fire, and you're going to have to check me from time to time, telling me to chill out. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
I love it.
Yes, for real, man. I love Black unity. I love Black power, man. And trust, man, always support Black channels, man. Support her, support Reach, man. Support everybody, man. Come on now, let's go.
I'll just look at it like this. The people that already came off, Cal like J Just, I'm glad that you came in. Dre Chili, you came in and was speaking on some phenomenal points to Miss Watson. Hey, I thank you for coming in. I thank you for coming in, Trust. I thank you for coming in, James, even though you was a little bit hot under the collar and everything, but you brought it back in and reined it back in, and that's a good thing. That's what I want. I don't want nobody to leave out, oh, this person was hating and all this and saying all this ugly words. No, we at the end we came to some type of consensus. Maybe we ain't seen eye to eye on everything, but we got a grander understanding.
I love it. Thanks for having me.
Most definitely.
I'm gonna get my beauty rest. I gotta stay pretty.
Oh, that's true. And we up out of here.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.
Oh shit.